That damn tongue emoji that people are commenting. I will never be freed. I will never be freed from the evil, evil, evil muckers. Hey, y'all. Hey, y'all. I should be live right now. Hello. I kept my promise. I promised I was going to go live. And mama, we're going live. Hello. We've now streamed 3 days in a row. It weirdly feels like 2023 when we would stream like every day. Hello. Hi. How are we all feeling tonight? Happy Friday. Happy Friday. I just got back from dinner with my friends, but we got back a couple hours ago and I did take a long ass nap. But I just woke up and I was like, wait, I promised to go live tonight. So I powdered my face and now we're going live. And I said we were going to watch Michaela Testa's video. However, I want to do something a little bit more lighthearted. So I'm going to react to Shane and Katie Morton's podcast that they've done together. Because I feel that is probably a lot lighter of a topic for right now. For right now. Who knows? Maybe we'll do Michaela as well. But for right now, we'll do this. Hello, everyone. Peter Mon. Enemy of the channel, Katie Morton is back. So yeah, I'm really excited for this because I love cloning on Katie Morton. And her and Shane have done, I guess, like a comeback podcast together, which feels, okay, sure, all right, sure, amazing, you know what I mean? Let's do it. Hello. You're playing Minecraft right now? 3 days in a row is wild. I know, I'm like, I was gonna film this. I was gonna film videos like tonight, but I was like, I've been enjoying doing the live streams. It has felt like when we used to go live on Twitch all the time. So I was like, let's just do it. Normally, I like doing these streams when my gummy has kicked in and I like launch right in. But before that, I wanted to talk about something and I didn't want my gummy to be kicked in for it. Because it's more of a serious topic. Now it's just something that I want to talk about for a couple minutes, first and foremost, and then we'll get into the video. I need to know if your pillowcase is stained red. Yes, they are. And also, aside from my pillowcases, oh, I was going to show you, but they're in the bathroom. My tiles, I've had to switch over to black tiles because my white tiles were getting stained by my hair. Okay, so before we get into the Katie and Shane giggle, 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 before I take a little gummy, before we have some fun, I do just want to talk about something. And so, okay, here's the thing. We know that I am currently on a work visa whenever it comes to being in America. I am in New York City, and I'm here under a work visa. And I like to say that I'm outspoken about a lot of things in the world that I feel I want to voice my opinions on. I'm also aware that it's growing increasingly difficult to be publicly having, very outspoken takes when you're on a work visa, because my legal lawyer, advises against that, which is a very unfortunate thing, but is truthful, right? I wanted to open it with that because I want to talk about something. I'm gonna talk about something and it's gonna sound like it's coming out of nowhere, but I do have a point with it. So whenever I grew up, I lived in Derry. And at the time whenever I was growing up in Derry, there wasn't that many, from my point of view, like queer people, right? And whenever I moved to Brighton, whenever I was 18, I really started to experience the queer scene. I started to meet a lot of gay people. I started to meet a lot of. I met my first outwardly lesbian person. Crazy that I met my first like proper lesbian whenever I was like 18 years old. And when I moved to Brighton, I find a great friend group that was, you know, very diverse, and I learned a lot through them. And a lot of those people in the friend group, whether they were in the friend group or I was introduced to them, were trans people. And in the last day, I guess, day or so, I've just been seeing the news that has been coming out in the UK, which is the ruling of like the definition of woman. And basically, a lot of rights for trans people being not only completely stripped, but just they are not even taken into consideration anymore from like a government standpoint or protected. And I've just been thinking about it a lot today and yesterday whenever I've been seeing all of these posts with like the UK court, and I know that it's been happening in the States as well. I'm very aware of that. It just feels very like close to home when I'm seeing everything kind of being overturned in, you know, the UK. Even though I'm not from the UK, I'm from Ireland. I spent a majority of my life growing up in the UK, right? It breaks my heart beyond words that one of the most marginalized groups of people are yet again being targeted, when not only are they not the problem at all, but it's so unnecessary. And it just like, it really is breaking my heart. And I wanted to kind of open the stream with saying that whenever we were doing, and we have been doing the Chronically Online tour, I have been meeting more people than I have ever met in my entire life. You know what I mean? We do the meet and greets, we do the VIPs, we do whatever, right? And I meet a lot of people, more so than you would meet on a normal day-to-day basis, right? And I quickly learned that my main demographic, I think my main demographic, if I had to think of it, is like a queer woman with blue hair. Like, that is what I would say. Like, the overall, if you were to like take every mucker and condense them into one, that was what I would say the demographic of a mucker is, right? And I mean that so affectionately. And there were so many people, specifically when we were in the likes of like Texas, that had either opened up to me at a meet and greet or had written me a letter. And Nikki said, and I've lost interest. Maybe this is not the place for you. So I would read these letters and I would listen to what these people are saying. And I think that a lot of people in general, we search for a community, right? We search for a community. And I just wanted to open this stream with saying that this is a very, very, very hard time for a lot of people. And I know that within the last couple days, there have been a lot of rights taken away or completely stripped for trans people. And I just wanted to say that for anyone who identifies like that in this community, just know that this is a safe space and that everyone loves you here. And this is not me fucking pandering, or this is not, I've never opened a stream like this, but in times like this, I do just want to say that you do have, as cringy as it sounds, a community behind you here who are loving you and rooting for you. And it is really scary, unfortunate times. But just know that there is a lot of love here. And I've always, always, always appreciated that about the community that we have built here, we will have so many people will love to say that we have a nasty community or we have whatever, because you know what? We're bitches. We are bitches. But what's so ironic is when you look at our community and you look at us, and people can call us bitches or mean girls, whatever like that. Ironically, I think it's communities like this that are the most supportive. The most supportive. And I just wanted to open it with saying that if there are any trans people watching right now, you are incredibly valid and you will never be erased. And you are seen, you are heard, and we love you and we stand behind you. And really kind of just seeing my friends from Brighton, you know, post everything specifically happening like in the UK, and I know what's happening in the US, I know what's happening worldwide. Just like hearing what they were saying, it broke my heart. And also, if you are not trans as well, and you're like, oh, that doesn't involve me, I do just want to clarify as well that, number one, the trans community make the queer community. The queer community is nothing without trans people. It never was, and it never will be. The trans community are what built this shit. And don't forget that. Don't fucking forget that. And that will never be erased, and history going on will never be released, or whatever the word, right? Stumbling over my words, and I'm not even fucking drunk or high right now. Right now is the word. So, just wanted to send a lot of love out in the stream tonight. And again, I'm saying this in a very positive way to just kind of know that you have a community that love and are rooting for you. And again, I love my little fucking queer muckers. I love my gay muckers. I love my bi muckers, even though I have been done wrong by 2 bisexual men in a row now. You know what? You are still valid. You are still valid, even though these bisexual men really do a number on me. I still see you. You are still valid. Lesbian muckers, I love you. Trans muckers, fucking love you. And I just want to send a lot of love to everyone. We've never started a stream like this. But I felt it was really important. And again, it's growing increasingly difficult, specifically being on work visas, to be outspoken politically in whatever way that may be deemed. Like even me speaking about Palestine, you know what I mean? I have been advised so many times, specifically with being on a work visa, to kind of keep your fucking mouth shut. But I never will be whenever it comes to Palestine. And I cannot watch what is happening with trans people right now and not say something and not let people know that if there are trans people watching right now, that we love you and all the rest. Because as well, people will put their hands up and be like, oh, well, I'm not trans, right? I've heard this time and time again. But that's not how it works. You know what I mean? It's like the queers hold up the trans in a way, and then that falls down, and then what's behind the queers? You know what I mean? It's women's rights and so, like this. This is how this goes. And do not act dumb to that. Not only should you care about this because it will affect you, but just because you don't identify with a marginalized group, mind you, that are already going through it, being even more suppressed, like, please. So again, we will get into the Shane and Katie now, but I did just want to say that, obviously, me being a little gay boy, I met a lot of people at the shows that we've done so far, and I know my audience, and I know that there are a lot of people, there's so many people. I know there's a lot of people watching right now that are in the queer community, or even more specifically, are trans. And just know, we love ya, we see you, and Okay? Just wanted to say that. Just wanted to give a little comment. Oh, hello. And let's get into the Shane and Katie. And also, now that I've gotten my little speech out of the way, time for a gummy. All right. Also, hot as balls in here, so I need to open a goddamn fucking window, but I am not wearing trousers, so I've got to put the camera up. Can you still see me? No, I don't think you can, right? Okay, perfect. Wait, you can't, right? Maybe I'll just bend down. It's hot as hell. I really hope you can't see me. Covering myself just in case. Oh, you can't. Perfect. Wonderful. All right. So let's get into the Shane and Katie. But how are we doing? Code Rosanna. Oh my god, someone had asked about like, would streaming be brought back? Like, would I ever bring streaming back? And the answer honestly was no, because whenever I was streaming, it was just like, you saw everything? Don't freak me the fuck out. So whenever I was streaming, I associate streaming with a time period of my life that wasn't the greatest. I mean, I got my Twitch deal in the height of the Colleen stuff, so I look fondly back on a lot of that, but I don't look fondly back on a lot of it because it was a very stressful time. I mean, I was going live every night and, like, you know what I mean? Hold on. Yummy. All right. But within the last couple days, this has to be a recession indicator. Not reputation, Ethan's virgin. Thank you for your donation. But I think I have a different relationship with streaming now. And I'm really enjoying it. And again, we've done 3 nights in a row of streaming. I just think it's fun. I look fondly on the Idina Menzel Beast era. Well, she's doing a Broadway show right now. And I really wanted to go to it. Oh my god, wait. Did I show you the fucking Harry Daniels thing? Did I show you it? Wait, I need to show you this. So, whenever I was at the Trisha show, this is now the last Trisha show I went to, and this Trisha show I went to, she was nice enough to give, like, compensated tickets, right? And anyone who has compensated tickets sits in, like, a general, like, area that is, like, for, like, I guess when you do, like, I know whenever I do a show, you have a certain amount of tickets you can give away, and then they're all sat in the same area. So the last Trisha show I went to, and this one, Harry Daniels was also there, and we were sat beside each other at this one, but not at the other one. So tell me why. And again, I don't think he likes me. What is my Finsta called? It's McIntyre's Dom. I don't think he likes me. He's always been really nice to me, but I just don't think he likes me. I have nothing to back that up. I just, like, get a vibe. But anyways, I need to show you this fucking video. It's hilarious. So when I was at the Trisha show, me and this guy I brought were sitting over here, and then, like, Harry Daniels was, like, sitting here with his friends. And oh my god, the amount of people that would go up to him and, like, sing to him is crazy. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know how you do this. Serbius, thank you for the donation. Trans Stone Muckers Unites. I do not know how he does it, because, like, if that many people came, like, the amount of people that were coming up to him, like, and they would walk up to him filming, and they'd be like, can I sing to you? And, like, he's obviously being recorded, so he's gonna say yes. I'm like, does he hate leaving the house? He must genuinely hate leaving the house. So anyways, this was one of the people that came up and sang to him. And this is my favorite video of all time. Because this person, all love, by the way, that, like, I don't know who this is. All love. I actually love this video so fucking much. Ryan, thank you for the donation. This person, when the show had ended, me and Harry Daniels and his friends were like, well, I was trying to figure out if anyone was going to a bar after. No one was going to a bar, actually. So me and the guy I went with, so cute, by the way, we're like, we'll go to a bar, and then they went home. Fair enough. So this is when we're leaving the venue. So we're walking out, and this guy comes over and sings to Harry Daniels, right? And in the background, why I love this video is you see me seeing that I am now in the background of one of these, like, Harry Daniels singing videos that I was like, oh my God, I need to turn and walk away. But when I went to turn and walk away, I went the wrong way. And then I turned to go out the right way. And then the guy I was with was like, Adam, and there was a mucker behind. And so I turned back and I spoke with the mucker. Girl, it's just dust. You bitches be like, there's orbs. Girl, I'm in a dusty ass New York apartment. I have a ring light in front of me that is picking up every speck. There are no orbs in this bitch. There are no angels in this bitch. There are no devils in this bitch. It's dust. We're in a dusty ass New York City, Manhattan apartment. So I tried to leave, and then I turn around to leave the other way, and then the guy I was with was like, Adam, and I turn around, and there's a mucker there. So you just catch me in a state of confusion, and then meeting a mucker. I love this video so. And there's a mucker there. Oh my God, hold on. My stream is playing. Hello? Mute, bitch. Love this video so fucking much. Wait. Just watch me. Watch me.
Called up to say. Go for it. He's with me from the start. He's always in my heart.
Look at me turning.
Why straight far. Here we are. Jesus, my superstar. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus.
Period.
Thank you. We love you.
It's the fact I turn to leave when I see the video is happening and I go the wrong way. And then I turn around, find the right way, and then there's a mucker there. And I'm obviously excited to meet a mucker, but it makes me look so fucking awkward and nervous in the background of this video. Watch my face when it happens. Wait. Is it gonna replay?
Let's
yes.
go.
Watch my face.
Called up to say.
Wait.
Go for it. He's with me from the
I'm like in full panic mode here.
start.
Wait, look.
Always in
I'm
my
like trying to turn around to leave. I'm trying to turn around to leave, realize it's the wrong way, turn around, leave the right way, and then the guy I'm with is like, Adam, there's a mucker. I'm so overstimulated, so overwhelmed, literally looks like I glitched. Wait.
my heart. Why straight far. Here we are. Jesus, my superstar. I love you, Jesus. I love you, Jesus.
Period.
Oh, goodness. Goodness. Well, I have my Harry Daniels debut, if you will. God. But like watching yourself freeze is so funny to watch because I'm like, wow, I'm awkward as hell in social situations where I'm not like aware of what is happening. I'm like, how the hell does Harry do that? How the hell does Harry do that? How do people do this to him? Often. Crazy. Crazy. The bright red hair. No chance you could hide. Literally. Literally. Okay. Lydia! Hello. You do not need to... You're moderating. Hope you're well. So excited for the Tortured Muckers department. Grab your tickets now. Oh my God, Lydia. Thank you for the donation. Also, you're moderating, so please do not donate. Also, we are... Pickle, thank you. We are 130 tickets away from selling out the New York venue, which you may be like, okay, whatever. But it basically means that we've not only sold out half of the venue, more than half of the venue, but we have sold more tickets for the New York City show in July than my first New York City show in that same venue. I'm like, we're getting so close to selling out that damn New York show, and it's been on sale for 3 days. which is crazy. And also the fact that it's like an independently booked show, I'm like, oh, muggers, love y'all, love y'all. And also, like I told you, we've booked it independently, so I was able to keep prices as cheap as hell. And I've been doing our fun little discounts because I'm like, we've already paid the venue off. Like, ticket sales have already paid the venue off. So I'm like, let's just have fucking fun with it. But we're getting so fucking close. Can we do one last code spree? Okay, that was one thing my mom told me no. My mom was like, do not do the codes anymore. And I was like, fair enough. Fair enough. So, what I can do is put like a discount code on for the entire stream. But, bitch, we're not doing 50% off anymore. No, you had your chance. You had your chance. Come to Utah. First of all, thank you for your donation. Where the hell is Utah? Hello? I'll put a discount code on for the duration of the stream, but we're not doing no 50% off. Okay, wait. So let me do it and I'll keep it up. So again, New York City, July 11th. Who here is watching from New York City who wants to come to the show, who hasn't got their tickets yet? Because again, we are getting so close to selling it out. We're getting so close to selling it out. We're not doing Michaela today. We might, depending on how I feel at the end of the stream, but we're going to do Shane and Katie first. Me. Okay, I'm seeing people say me for New York, that you haven't got your tickets. Okay. July 11th, vibing from Brooklyn. Okay, I promise you it's going to be so much fun. We're getting so close to selling it out. I'll put one last discount code on for the duration of the stream. Yeah, we're just starting. We're about to start the video. Do not worry. How's one last... Lily, thank you so much. I'm working on it. Come to Oregon. I did not even know where that is. Okay, wait. Let me do this and then we'll start. Let me load up this site. What should we do? I'll do something fun, but I'm not doing 50% off because that's fucking... I got in trouble for that. I did get in trouble for that. So I'll do... Add promo code. Wait. What should the code be? What should the code be? Sugar bear hair? Yeah. Sugar bear hair. Or Halo Beauty. Halo Beauty. Or Sugar bear hair. Halo Beauty or Sugar bear hair. Or Empath. Wait, because of the Shane stream. Empath is good. Oh, code Empath is good. You guys are fucking clever. Empath. We'll do Sending Love from Florida. Oh my god, I'm excited to drink around the world. Are you coming to the Orlando show? See you there. Utah's beside Nevada and Colorado. We were going to be doing a Vegas show, but we're not anymore. Okay, code Empath. And we'll do... Okay, tickets are already $19. Tickets are $19, so we'll do... You know what? I'll be nice. I'll not do 50, but I'll do 30%. You know what? We've already paid the venue off. If muckers want to come and they're watching right now, you're real ones. So we'll do code Empath for 30% off. The tickets are literally $19, by the way, so I don't know how much that works out, but like... and we'll do a quantity of 50, I guess. I mean, we have like 130 tickets left. I think we've sold like 290 tickets, maybe. I think. So we'll do that. Okay, wait. Okay, code Empath. We'll just keep it up all stream. If you're in New York, July 11th, let me load up the link for you. July 11th. Let me put the ticket link. Someone said 30 is too much. You know what? If you're watching right now, it's only during the stream that I deem it worth it. I paid the venue off, and I'm like, if anyone wants to come, you can get tickets for cheap as hell. Code Empath for 30% off tickets to my New York show July 11th. Only for this stream. Okay, let me add it. If I get a surge of them, I will take it down a little bit from 30. But for now, I'll put code empath. Okay, wait. Code empath has been added. Code empath. Pinned. Okay, there we go. Code empath. 30% off. And let me just check if it works. Someone said 30% off is too much. Hey girl, we are in trying times. I've already paid the venue off. I don't care about making money. I care about meeting muckers and having fun. Empath. If I can spell it correctly. Empath. Okay, you literally get your tickets for like fucking $16. Okay, code empath is working. All right, let's load up Shane and Katie. Hello? Yes. All right. Kiwiberry, I'm working on Australia, don't you worry. Don't you worry. Okay, I've already gotten 5 ticket notifications. Might need to take it down from 30, but I'll leave it and pretend I don't need to. But I pretend I don't see it. Trish Crave, Aiden, I'm trying for Seattle, don't you worry. All right, let's get into this. Are we ready, dolls? Are we ready, dolls? Okay. Shane Dawson on YouTube, cancellation, and fatherhood. I'm sure this is going to be a hoot. Let me open my drink. New York show is seated, yeah. So here's my thing. Katie and Shane did that original Jake Paul series, which was terrible. And we reacted to it not that long ago. And she genuinely is just, I think, so corrupt. Like, so fucking corrupt. Okay, I've just gotten 9 emails with tickets sold. Okay, I mean, hey. This is the time to get them if you want. Again, we're getting really close to selling the venue out. July 11th, New York City. Code empath, you get 30% off tickets. Come one, come all. Come one, come all. All right. So yeah, that was awful. I think she's unethical. I don't want to harp on her too much because I have at length. I don't know. I disagree with a lot of what she did very publicly to millions of people on the Shane Jake Paul series. I think it was dangerous with her, I guess, qualifications, alleged qualifications. Girl, I don't know. Girl, I don't know. Will there be drinks at the venue? You bet your ass there will be drinks at the venue. Oh, also, Code Divine, 25% off all tickets for the Chronically Online tour. I literally go to Nashville in like one day. What the hell am I gonna do in Nashville? What the hell is there to do in Philadelphia? What the fuck am I gonna do in Washington, D.C.? I'm excited to go to Boston. I hear there's Irish people there. Minneapolis down to San Francisco, that's in a couple weeks' time. Nashville to Boston, bitch, we're going next week. And if you want tickets, code DIVINE for 25% off. I also need fucking recommendations because I don't know what the goddamn hell there is to do anywhere. No way it would be an Adam event without the drinks. Please. What brand gummies did you... Can I... Camino? Camino Balance. Lemon flavored. Good as hell. Oh my god, there's... Sorry, I'm getting a lot of emails with tickets here for the New York show. Wait. Sorry, I will start this, but again, we are getting really close to selling the New York City venue. All right, if you're available, July 11th, for the duration of this stream, tickets are 30% off, which means you can get tickets for like $15 using code EMPATH. Shane and Katie, obviously. We're getting really close, and there's a lot of tickets going through here. But anyways, let's get to this.
Today, I'm sitting down with my good friend and someone who has been through just about every high and low that comes with being in the public eye, Shane Dawson. From being one of you...
Does she have captions on this bitch? Yeah, she does. By the way, I called the video a bitch. I didn't call her a bitch. I like her eyes. They're like that Miley Cyrus meme.
YouTube's biggest creators, to facing the harsh realities of being canceled, Shane has experienced it all. But what's most inspiring is how he's used this
What's most inspiring? God, we're in for a treat, aren't we? What's most inspiring?
time to reflect, grow, and work on himself. Not just for his own healing, but so he can be the best version of himself for his family. Now, a new dad to
I forgot he had kids.
twin boys, Shane is stepping
Is this an infomercial? What the hell is going on here?
into a whole new chapter of life, and I can't wait to talk about fatherhood, self-growth, and what he's learned from the past few years. Here's the interview. I hope you love it as much as I did.
What the fuck was that? Inspiring? Inspiring? I love when we're introduced to an interview, which is telling us how inspiring the person is. This chat GBT ass intro. Scary ass blue eye stare. Hey, I have them too. How much is she getting paid? I mean, I think she's doing this from the goodness of her own heart, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Also, if you're in LA or Seattle, can you like write LA or Seattle? I'm trying to figure out whether or not I want to add 2 extra shows for the Tortured Muckers department there. But I need to like know if like people actually are like there. Because I loved Seattle. I got drunk as hell in Seattle. And I have good memories attached. And then LA as well.
Thank you for chatting with me. It's good to see you.
I'm so excited.
I know it's been too long.
I am nervous.
Really?
Well, because we're actually friends. So it's like this weird thing of like, because we've been talking for like 2 hours before this, just in my kitchen. So now it's like, okay, there's cameras and microphones.
One of my favorite things that people do. Okay, I see y'all LA and Seattle. I'll work on it. 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 Don't you worry. Okay, Jesus. It appears my audience is only made up of people from LA, New York, Seattle. I love when people do a podcast and they'll open it with, we just talked for so long off camera, because I'm like, why the fuck have you just told me that? You've just pissed me off.
I don't want to like, I don't know.
Protest too much.
Well, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, am I going to go into like a fake voice or something? Because you know, sometimes with podcasting, you go into like, hey.
I'm
And then
on.
I don't want to scare you and then be like, who the hell is that?
No, I've seen you in all facets, I think.
Thank you.
So we're all good.
Ooh. I had a question. Your chapstick. It looks like glue stick.
It does.
Okay. Because wait. Yeah, I've been wanting to ask you about. I'm like, I'm gonna save it for the podcast because I feel like that's an icebreaker. It really. Do you want to show? What is that?
I've used it forever. It's a cocoa butter stick.
It looks like glue stick, right?
They've been talking for 2 hours and this is the goddamn intro of their... Hey, you know what? I'm going to be positive. This is a positive stream. I love this conversation about cocoa butter stick that looks like glue stick. I love this. Yes. Yes. Is it Palmer? I love Palmer.
How many drag queens?
And all of my viewers say like chapstick or glue stick, but really chapstick, they call it. And I was
Wait,
like,
so this is a thing? I knew it.
I've been using it for years, and I think honestly, like in the future, it'll probably be one of my first products. I'll make something like that, but I'd make it better.
Can we talk about? I don't know what the plan is for this, but can we talk about our Shark Tank moment?
Of course.
Because I'm using it right now, kind of,
Oh, okay.
in a way. So every time that we would get together, we're usually on a couch. That sounds weird, but we are. And I always grab a pillow and I do this, and I call it my safety pillow.
Yes.
My comfort pillow, my safety pillow. And then you're like, why do you do that? I'm like, I don't know. It must be like a fat kid thing. And then I was like, I've always wanted to, like, I feel like it would be a good Shark Tank idea, like a pillow with arms in it, or whatever. And then you literally had one made.
Yeah, and
like,
it's amazing.
Didn't you go to China?
No, my mom's friend is a seamstress and she makes pillows. That's like her main thing. And I just gave her the idea because everybody we went to, we couldn't figure out how to not lose the patent of it or the idea of it.
Yeah.
And people wanted to charge us like $10,000 to do this, or $1,500 was the cheapest we found, but then they would own so it just got weird. So then my mom's friend made them.
It's genius.
Yeah, it was a good idea. It was your Shark Tank
Are they
moment.
still around?
We sold out. Yeah.
Drag queen clap. It's to protect the nail.
Hold on, let me try to find this. Katie, what are your favorite... Sammy, thank you. What are your favorite colors? I love a little pink and blue. Katie Morton stomach pillow. How to choose the... Okay, that's not... Where is Katie Morton's stomach pillow? Okay, here it is. Oh, it's an actual real thing. 2020. Here it is. Wow, this is... I didn't think it was going to be as literal as putting your hands in a pillow. Okay. Wow, I was not expecting it to be as literal as what it was. Okay, if it works. Okay, y'all.
I wouldn't have known that, but now I know. So learn something new every day.
Everybody thought Ice Spice was doing like devil horns at the Super Bowl, but she was
Oh.
just drag queen clapping.
Oh.
So shout out Ice Spice.
Well, that's even like the little hearts. It was in a Korean.
I don't understand.
It's like, love you.
Is it supposed to be? I don't understand it, but
That was I think it was a Korean thing.
right.
The It Girls.
Yeah.
I don't know. Okay, so that was our Shark Tank moment.
Uh-huh.
Let's go back in time.
Okay.
I don't actually know. I was going to say a year, but I don't really know when you started on YouTube. And what made you? I don't even know. Why did you start? What prompted it? What was your first video? I don't know any of those things. How have we not talked about this?
I usually try to avoid talking.
Loving the vulnerability of Katie Morton's ability to show you that she hasn't prepared. You know what I mean? I love that vulnerability in a podcast host.
About
I'm so sorry.
my trauma. No, I don't know. I just feel like because I've been doing YouTube so long, I'm like, it's just boring to talk about. But
Some people might not know, like me.
okay, all right. Well, so I started in high school.
Real 101 of doing a podcast with someone. Do not know anything about them.
I had a teacher, Miss Barkermeyer, shout out, and she really loved movies. She was our English teacher. She loved movies and film. Is that rain gonna be too loud for you?
I kind of like it.
Okay.
It's like
It's calming.
It is calming.
It makes me have to pee.
Behind the shed. Just kidding.
Yeah, we're currently in a shed right now, and I said, "What if I have to pee in the middle of it? I don't want to ruin it." And then Rylan was like, "Well, just pee right outside the shed." I was like, "Oh yeah, that's professional. We're friends, but like that's a lot." I have to at least. Okay, if I pee behind the shed, I at least have to wait 5 minutes so you think I went inside.
Fair.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Anyways,
So, okay,
yes,
teacher Barkerheimer?
Barkmeyer.
Barkmeyer.
And yeah, she wanted us to do a video. Like she wanted to teach us angles and like shot lists and all these things, which like for English makes no sense. But I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, okay, I love.
Someone said, or a lot of people have been saying, can we speed it up even more? Wow, that's the first time someone's ever said that. Wow. Yeah.
Movies. I want to be a director. So that was my first time doing something like that. And then I was like quiet, overweight kid. I had a couple friends, but like pretty to myself, got made fun of a lot. And when they showed my video, my class like laughed and really liked it. And it was the craziest feeling. And I had like, like the cool kids being like, man, that was funny. And I was like, oh my God, they're talking to me. They're looking at me. This is crazy. Oh my God, whatever. That stopped. Like if the video wasn't playing, I didn't exist. But the next year, my next teacher, Mrs. Ewell, shout out. She's like a friend now. Like we hang out.
Oh,
which
very
is
cool.
Very weird and interesting to hang out with
A teacher.
as a friend. Like she comes to the house and like
Do you still call her Mrs.?
her name is Sarah. So,
Okay.
but I'm tempted.
Yeah. Because
Like-
I feel like I saw my first grade teacher maybe like 6 years ago and I was like, hi, Mrs. Cox. And she was like, you can call me Tiffany. And I was like, absolutely not.
Tiffany Cox is an iconic horn name, by the way. So.
She would be like, oh, because she's so like buttoned up. You know what I mean? Like pearls.
Oh no!
And,
Oh,
it's okay.
no! Sorry, Tiffany Cox. It's a good name.
When did Katie Morton get a podcast? Sorry, I'm still thinking about this. Yeah, I want to see what that original video he made for his class was. I can only imagine.
But yeah, so anyway, so that teacher was like, oh, you do videos, right? Because we all heard, like, the teachers were sharing your video with all the other teachers. And I was like, oh, really? And she's like, yeah, you should do a video for this assignment. So then I got to do a video about, I don't even remember what the first one was, something. I think it's
Racism or something.
actually on YouTube, and it was part of, like, the things people were mad at me for, like, because it was offensive.
Oh.
I think,
Part of
Wow, might not be far off.
people. Sorry. It's just like, I'm like, oh my God.
pardon me. No, so that, I did this video, and it was, I think it was about, like, dictatorship or something. It was a history class.
Okay.
So that video, I showed it to the class, and they loved it, and they were laughing, and, I was just so excited and proud of it, and then my teacher shared it with the other teachers, and it kind of became this thing where all the teachers
It
were
went
like...
viral before viral was a thing.
Right, and a lot of things were going viral at my high school in a different way, but infections. But yeah, so then I kind of just, the teachers would keep giving me video assignments, but it was weird because it was the only like time I would talk. I wouldn't even talk, sometimes I wouldn't even be in them. I would just direct them, and then all the cool kids wanted to be in them, and they were like, one of them, by the way, this is a side note. Oh, I don't want to sound like I'm making fun of someone. Well, he killed someone. Well, I shouldn't. I'm in this weird part of my life, and I don't think it's having kids because it honestly started after I got canceled. I don't like talking bad about anyone, or even if they're a bad person, or even if they
because
just
you got it
deserve
like in a big bad way. And you're like, I
Yeah.
don't want to feed into this.
No, because I'm like, even if they're a piece of shit,
Because you got it in a big bad way about him being cancelled.
like being on the receiving end of it, if they're a piece of shit and they have gotten justice or whatever.
Yeah,
not
justice was served or whatever they paid,
It's almost
paid
like
for.
it's almost like me adding on to that isn't. It's not helping at all.
It's not necessary.
No.
Yeah.
So granted, so he, I think honestly, I think he might get out soon.
Maybe
that would be.
don't say anything.
Oh my
Safety
God.
first.
That's a good podcast guest. Wait a minute. No. So anyway, so he was a cool kid, really quiet, really shy. They tend to be.
Why the hell does my Diet Coke say girl on it? Share a Diet Coke with your girl. Wait, what? Wait. Wait, what? Share a Diet Coke with your girl. What? When did they add this? When did they add that? Is that new? I'm not seeing that, right? Okay. All right.
The murderers. Now I feel bad. I'm making fun of him. I feel bad. I think because I don't know the actual. I read all the court documents and stuff, and I think it was like a family member, and I don't know exactly what happened, but I hope he got help and
He's doing better now.
And also rest in peace to the man he killed.
Yeah.
Obviously, this is hard to talk about.
So he was in the.
This is equally as crazy as it is boring. They're saying controversial things, but somehow it's still really boring.
Video.
Anyways, he was in the video killing someone, which is
Foreshadowing.
weird, right?
Weird.
He literally in the video, I was like, oh, what should we have you do? Because he's like just so quiet, and I was like, what if? Because he's the nicest kid. I was like, what if you just killed someone?
Oh,
Because
yeah.
there's killing in the video. There's something,
Yeah.
dictatorship, whatever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had him kill someone in the video, and crowd erupts, everybody laughs. Years later, not so funny.
Wow.
But anyway, so
Oh my god.
so yeah, that teacher specifically, Miss Ewell, Sarah, just really changed my life. Like she also was a part of YouTube because YouTube had just come out that year. I think it was 2005.
Wow, yeah.
And I was like, she wanted to send the video to her friends, and it was on a VHS. And then somebody in my class was like, oh, you should upload it to YouTube. And I was like, what is that? Okay, I guess I'll upload it. So it wasn't like, oh, I want a bunch of people to see this. It was literally like, I
It was
wanted
a way
people
of sending it.
to send it to my friends or kids in my class could share it or whatever, or my teachers. So that's how I started on YouTube. And then I just kept uploading my video assignments to YouTube. No views at all.
Was it the same channel? Like it was still under
Yeah, it
your
was
same
like
name?
I think that was my old,
Like your high school name. It's almost like your first email or something.
Yeah, it was
I'm
like my real name,
Katie
I
Bug 6532
Yeah.
at Hotmail. Yeah.
So yeah, and then about in 2000, so I graduated high school, and during that time, me and my friends would just be filming videos on the weekends. Like we did a Pimp My Ride parody because that was popular, music video parodies and stuff. And me and my friends would get together every weekend and make a dumb video, post it on YouTube. Once again, not like to get views because there
Yeah.
wasn't any.
Well, that's the thing people don't realize about YouTube is that back in the day, even when I started in 2011, you couldn't like make money.
She's been terrorizing this damn app since 2011. Jesus. You know what's crazy? I started YouTube a year before that. I've been terrorizing this app since 2010.
You couldn't even pick a thumbnail. You hope that one of those three frames was not like,
And the people who just put like a picture of boobs like right in the middle of the video and like hope that was
Hope
one.
that it got picked.
And I remember I tried, not with boobs, but I tried it with something. Like it was Miley Cyrus or some stupid like Photoshop.
Any OG people remember when Shane Dawson would make YouTube videos? Because again, oh my god, I remember Pimp My Ride. I loved Pimp My Ride, that show. You know what I also loved? Man vs. Food. Anyone remember that show? Loved that show. Fucking loved that show. Anyways, Shane Dawson back in the day used to, because I remember, he used to upload these videos where it would literally be like, the thumbnail, Lady Gaga would be in it, bigger than Shane. Miley Cyrus would be in it, bigger than Shane. Beyonce would be in it. Like, he used to edit his videos, specifically like back then, that it looked like he was making videos with these people, and that's how he got a lot of views. Which is funny that they're bringing this up. Oh my god, people loved Man vs. Food. Did anyone ever watch... Okay, this is a really controversial show. Did anyone ever watch... this show's bad. I'm not endorsing it. It's a sign of the times. Did anyone ever watch Super Size versus Super Skinny? OMG. OMG. Anyone ever see that show? Super Size versus Super Skinny. The craziest show of all time. Oh my god, people are saying yeah. Crazy. That where they would take someone that they deemed overweight and someone that they deemed underweight, and they would like put their food that they would eat in a day into like this huge tube, and it was the craziest thing of all time. They made you watch that in health class. That's crazy because the only thing that show does is give people eating disorders. The show was crazy. And it would be like breakfast. They would have, and they would switch meals, right? They would have the overweight person have their breakfast and the underweight person have their breakfast. And it was just so ridiculous. Like they would have their food in front of them and they would switch it, and the other person eats the other person's one, right? And it would be like breakfast. The underweight person would have like a Red Bull. And the overweight person would, I mean, it would be like, I mean, some of the episodes were crazy. Like, it would be like 4 brownies, a McDonald's Happy Meal, a Burger King, like, buffet, and they would switch it around. Like, it would be the craziest juxtapose, like, the craziest fucking watch of all time, the most, like, degrading watch. And then it would be, like, dinner time. They would have the underweight person reveal theirs and the overweight person reveal theirs. And they're like, the underweight person's dinner would be like another Red Bull and like a cigarette. And then it would be like the overweight person, it would be like a crazy juxtapose. It was like the craziest fucking watch of all time. And it would literally be them both eating what the other person would eat. And it's just them fucking bickering with each other. It's the overweight person being like, how the fuck do you eat this little? And then it's the underweight person being like, how the fuck do you eat this much? It was the craziest show of all fucking time. It was crazy. I used to watch that every day after school. Every day after school. I was 6 years old. Crazy. Oh my god. Yeah, and they would have them like stripped down to their underwear. Also, yeah, what was that show? With the guy, he like blew up on TikTok and he like spoke so degradingly. He was like, back to this like fat lard of a family, or like, what was that show? It went super viral. What was it called? It would literally be him like standing in front of a family and he'd be like, get a load of this fat lard. And it was like, oh my god, this was TV. What was that show, y'all? What was that show called? What was that fucking show called? There's no way it was actually called Fat Families. Are you fucking kidding me? It was called Fat Families. I never watched that one. Fat Families reality. Oh my god, it was literally just called Fat Families. Dude, look at the fucking artwork for the show. Really? This is the artwork for a show that was so big in the UK called Fat Families. This is the fucking cover photo. This is so fucking evil. Like, the fact that this was like primetime TV. That is fucking crazy. That is absolutely fucking crazy. Yeah, I've been thinking about this a lot because I've been revisiting shows I used to watch, right? And I've been thinking back on old reality TV. And it's like, Fat Families was huge. Super Size versus Super Skinny was huge, which is crazy. Man versus Food was crazy. And then they had a show and a documentary. Do you guys know what I'm talking about? There's a documentary where this guy ate a lot of fast food and then was like, I'm fat. I'm going to show you how easy it is to lose weight. You're all just lazy. Or was that Katie Hopkins? That might have been Katie Hopkins. Katie Hopkins also did that. She had a documentary where she like ate a bunch of food, gained a bunch of weight, and was like, fat people are lazy. I'm going to show you how easy it is to lose all this weight. Meanwhile, what she's not showing you is she has a dietitian. She barely fucking works because she's like a social media person. So she has all the time in the world to go to the fucking gym that most people don't. Okay, it was called Super Sized. He died yesterday? That is a crazy coincidence, if true. But I'm pretty sure Katie Hopkins also did this. Katie Hopkins. What the fuck do you type in to find that? Documentary about weight loss? Okay, of course. Guess what it's called. Katie Hopkins, My Fat Story. Okay, UK television. Crazy. Crazy. Oh, he actually did die. Wow. Holy shit. That's crazy. Wait, super sized documentary. 2004? What is the controversy? I wonder what. What caused his... Oh, he actually did. May 24th, 2024. You people in the chat saying he died yesterday. The fuck is wrong with you? Wow. The complicated legacy of super... Girl. Alright, let's get back to the Shane video. Anyways, truth be told, UK television was fucking crazy.
Image of something, and I put it like right in the middle of the video, and it didn't work. So then like you're watching this video, there's just like a shot of Miley Cyrus. Like, anyways,
You guys watched Supersize in health class? Did they teach you anything in school, or did they literally just make you watch offensive documentaries about weight? Teens Go to Strict Homes. Love that one. We actually used to watch those. Any veteran muckers out there? Tara, I just got a notification that you got a ticket to the New York show. Grace, let's see. Ashley, Demi, Sydney, Rachel, Courtney. I just got all of your notifications. Anyone who is coming to the New York show and gets a ticket, I'm going to get a notification and I will just be like, hello, this person. If you want to come, New York, July 11th, our one-off show. Use code EMPATH for 30% off, only for the duration of the stream. It was gym class. They then made us watch 9... what the hell, sure. What the hell, sure. We would just watch fear-mongering documentaries in health class. We didn't even have a health class, which is ironic. Why the fuck do Americans have health class and, like, we don't? We didn't have health class, no. Did you have sex ed classes? We didn't have sex ed classes, but during our science biology lessons, they would force the teacher to give us them. And it would be, like, awkward as hell. Oh, my God. Mrs. McBride. Oh! Fuck this video for 1 second. I just found... Wait, first of all, did you have sex ed classes? We sure did. Someone said yes, 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 yes. Ice cream so good. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. You all had sex ed. I did not. Also, I'll talk about that in a second. Actually, I'm going to forget, so I'll tell you now. Gummies kicking in. My favorite thing, actually, I can't tell a story. Anyways, this teacher, Mrs. McBride, was my science teacher whenever I was in school. Context. I went to an all-boys Catholic school. And my class was overrun by just, like, the worst kind of boys in the world. Well, that's a bit dramatic. The worst kind of boys that I experienced in my life up until that point. Sometimes I catch myself being incredibly dramatic, and I'm like, I gotta pull that in a little bit. They were, you know, like homophobic, racist, misogynistic. All they would talk about at like from the ages of like 14 to like, I think like we left them at like 17 would be like, fucking bitches is like literally how it would just be addressed. So can you imagine they send a female teacher in to give a class of all boys a sex ed lesson? They wouldn't do that. Instead, what they would do is they would, during our biology, I think, classes, they would have our biology teacher, and every class had a different one, just randomly one day in the year be like, we're not going to be studying from the textbooks today. I have a one-off lesson. Hello? So, Mrs. McBride was a Scottish woman, and I loved her. I loved Mrs. McBride because I thought her accent was so fucking funny. And I just was like, I don't care about science, but like when I'm at your science class, like I'm so locked in. Like the way you speak is just so like you're whimsical to me. So I I was like so fascinated by this woman. Anyways, so when she was like talking to us, and then one day was like, we're gonna be doing a lesson on she was like on sex, and she'd always talk like that. And I remember she would be like, what was it? She'd be like, she was talking about like puberty, and she was like, oh my god, I'm gonna giggle. She'd be like, girls get big boobs and big foot or whatever, like in like a Scottish accent. How the fuck did she sound again? Oh, I'm gonna like fuck it up on the spot. But like, she was so fucking aggressively Scottish, and she would describe things just like, it would have scientific, and she'd be like, big boobs and big, like, I'm like, and you can just imagine the eruptions from a class of 14-year-old boys. It was just so funny. And she knew that she got us going. She was like locked in for a little like comedy class. And it was like, she just loved being like, because she was talking about like what changes in puberty, and she was like saying different things, whatever. And it was always, and she was like talking at like a normal thing, and she was like, I'm big boobs. And I was like, oh my god, never forget. Never forget 9/11. Never forget. So I was like, I've just been thinking about the fact that like, I could never imagine. I don't even know how we got. Oh, we got in like health class. We don't have health class, but we don't be eating like you Americans. And I can't even like shade on you, because like I be eating like crazy out here. Like I get it, but like we didn't have sex ed either. And judging from my like one lesson of sex ed that I had with Miss McBride, I just don't think that was something that would have went down well in my school. Hashtag never forget. Yes. Never forget. My sister's best friend was born on 9/11. That's beautiful.
So yeah, graduated, started working.
Actually forgot that we were watching this.
Doing videos on the weekends and stuff, still posting them. And then I started working at Jenny Craig. I lost a bunch of weight through the program, and I think they're gone.
Jenny Craig, I don't know.
They might still do online stuff.
Okay.
We had a bad falling out. but I'm on my new wave. I wish I would.
Yeah.
Is Jenny Craig the story he always tells about his like mom being fired? Check out Broadway in Nashville. I've heard Broadway in Nashville is good for bars and clubs, and I hear that they like their live music. The problem is, I'm going to the cities that I'm going to next week on the Chronically Online Tour, 25% off tickets with Code Divine. I'm going to places that I'm like, these places aren't going to be fun during the times that I'm there. What do you mean I'm in Philadelphia on like a Wednesday? What the fuck? Like, places are going to be so fucking boring. Nashville's on a Tuesday. I want to go to Broadway. I want to go on Broadway. I want to go to Broadway so bad because I hear it's like live music and fun bars. Nashville, Tennessee, is that where that is? I think so. Will a Tuesday still... Do not go to Broadway. Oh. But I was planning on going to Broadway, so... Will Nashville be fun on a Tuesday night? And will Philly be enjoyable on a Wednesday? Will Washington on a Thursday? Boston. Is Boston on a weekend? Wait. Is Boston on a fucking weekend? It's on a sun... Wait, when do I get into Boston? Wait, what if I'm in Boston on a Saturday? That'd be lit. Did I travel to Boston on the fucking Sunday? Ugh, fuck you, X1. Love you, X1. But fuck you. Oh, damn it. Fuck. Am I gonna be in fucking Washington for 3 days? Oh my god. My only 2 days off, and they have me in Washington, D.C.? This is such a hard life. Wait, are you serious? I fly into Nashville on the 22nd. They have me flying in on the day of the show? Jesus. Oh my god, I fly in on the day of the show. Wait, fly to Philly on the 23rd. Wait, did I fly into Philly on the day of the show as well? Oh my god. Wait, did I fly into Washington on the day of the show as well? Oh my goodness. I literally fly into these places like a couple hours before the show. Oh mama, there will be Red Bulls being drank backstage. Wait, but then I fly to Washington on the 24th. I do the show on the... Oh my god, I'm in Washington for like... Well, anyone have any Washington recommendations? I've always wanted to go. Am I in Boston for one? Do they have me flying back on the Monday? This is me looking at my schedule for the first time. Wait. Fly into Nashville on the 22nd. Do the show on the 22nd. Fly into Philly on the 23rd. Do the show on the 23rd. Fly into Washington on the 24th. Do the show on the 24th. I'm in Washington the 24th, 25th, 26th. And then they have me flying in on the day of the Boston show. Girl, I want last time in Washington. I fly into Boston on the day of the show. And then I leave Boston the next day. Oh, that's so sad. I really wanted to go crazy on Boston. Anyways, if anyone has any... Oh, wait. So is Broadway fun on a Tuesday, Nashville people? Also, I really want to do a Dolly Parton sing-along in the show. And it's a city winery. So I'm going to be drunk as hell. Come to Boston early. Baby, X1 are paying for these flights. I don't want to pay for anything. We're never getting through this podcast, I fear. Wait, no one's telling me about Broadway. Yes, I was just there. Fabulous. Okay. Okay, wait. I have two things I need recommendations for. Take a mental note. I need a bar recommendation and a place to get matcha. If you're in these places, I don't care how you let me know. Tweet me, do whatever. I need to know. I don't care if you're coming to the show, you're not. Matcha and bar. Anyways.
I think they're bankrupt, but no. So worked there, and I actually got fired because of a video I made for YouTube there, and I think this is on my current channel.
Okay.
Oh my god, this Jenny Craig story.
And yeah, it was just like a day in my life, but I tried to make it funny, and all my coworkers who were, older women, were in it, and we were reading Valerie Bertinelli. Do you know who that is?
Mm-hmm.
Queen. Although I think she might have got me fired.
Oh.
But new wave. She wrote this book called Losing It, good title for a weight loss book. But it was like a book about her life, and we had to give it to all the new customers.
Oh, like part of their promo, part of their sign-up.
So I'm signing up these women, and I'm like, oh, here's a copy of the book. And then I had one client who, and I love that job, by the way. I loved everything about it. I loved, because I'd see the same people every single week and help them lose weight and, get really close to everyone. So I thrived in that environment. I loved it. I love my coworkers. And so anyway, so the book, one of my clients came back, she's like, have you read this book? And I was like, honestly, no. And she goes, you should read it. I was like, why?
Because you're handing it out to everybody.
She went to a chapter she bookmarked, and it was like, cocaine, a hell of a drug. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, this book is so good. And it's a good book, but it's crazy, right?
It's like her memoir, kind of, yeah.
So she was married to Van Halen?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah, so
she had a hell of a
Wait, one of her weight loss tips was cocaine? What the fuck? Did I hear that right? Catherine! I saw that you got a ticket to the Torture Muckers department. I just got a notification. See you there, honey bunny.
It's a crazy book. And
Every time I get a ticket sale for someone coming to New York, I'm going, hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray.
I just thought it was so funny that we're handing it out to all, whatever.
Cocaine, hell of a drug.
So I was like, how funny would it be if I have my coworkers and some of my clients read passages from it with a song underneath. So it's like, my coworker Maggie, was redhead, big lashes, and I made a character after her years later, and she was like, cocaine, hell of a drug. My ass still hurts from that night. It was really crazy. And so I put that video up on YouTube, and nobody saw it. Maybe, I don't even remember the numbers, but it was in the hundreds of views.
Yeah.
It wasn't whatever.
Yeah, it's like 10 million views or something.
But someone saw it. I don't remember exactly how this all went down, but I'm pretty sure that was what got not just me fired, but multiple people at our
your
my mom, my brother, they also worked there. Maggie. It was my first and I don't know what your thoughts are on God or the universe or any of that. We talked about it a little bit, but that was definitely my first moment of a life-altering event that affected other people's lives that really just messed me up, put me in a really dark place. I still have guilt over it because other people lost their jobs because of, and they all were supportive of me. Because I was 18, I was I wanted to die. I just felt so horrible. And they were just it was really hard. And I got in touch with all those people, and we're also supportive of each other. And then YouTube reached out, literally I made a video about it. I got fired. It's a cringy video.
Does it still exist online?
I think so. I had the best on. It was a lot.
Oh, the best.
Yeah. It's bad. But I made this video called YouTube Got Me Fired. And somebody at YouTube, the head of partner programs, which I didn't even know existed, and the guy that was now running that hit me up. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, hey, we have this program, saw your video.
Wait. Goodness. What year was that? What year was it the Jenny Craig thing happened again? Because, that's interesting that, a YouTube partner was the one that reached out to him to, onboard him. Also, look at my Felix photo card. I remember your Times Square. Oh my god, hello! 2006. My god. I was 4? Years old.
Do you want to be in it? And I was like, sure. And then so I kind of just kept making videos. I wasn't really making much money. I was like a security guard at one point. I had a bunch of odd jobs. And then I did a video making fun of Fred.
Yep.
And that did well. Like I think it got 100,000 views or something.
Wow.
And I made money on it. And then I was like, oh, I could make this my job, I think. And then I just put everything into it. Like from that point until I got canceled, it was like, I don't know how many years that is, 2008 to 2020.
It was 2008 when you started?
When I started like really...
Yeah, like focused?
Yeah.
Wow.
Sorry, that was a long-winded answer. It involved murder. So I wasn't go there, but Katie, bring it out of me.
No, but it's interesting, like, how you came to even think of creating content. Because of school.
Well, me and my brother...
You always liked it, it sounds like.
Yeah, me and my brother would make... My uncle had a like VHS camera.
Mm-hmm.
Wait. Something that I'm like enjoying right now. Y'all are young. What age are y'all? We love all ages. They are the most beautiful ages ever. I love doing my Trump impression. They say, Donald, we've never seen such wide range of age muckers. There's so many muckers, so many ages, such beautiful ages. We've never seen ages like it. The most magnificent ages. I've like, now that I'm in the zone, I'm gonna pretend that this is a therapy session. Because Katie Morton calls herself a therapist, right? Allegedly. Is that true? That I'm like gonna envision that this is like a therapy session. So I'm analyzing her therapy skills. The most beautiful therapy skills. They say, Donald, Katie's so amazing. She's making therapy great again.
So me and him would like borrow it and make our own, we would do like a Cribs parody with my grandma or something. And, like she'd be a rapper or whatever. And we would all...
Not grandma involved. The most beautiful grandma of all time.
always be filming things, but there's nowhere to post them.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to make movies and direct and stuff. So yeah, YouTube kind of just... But it's interesting now, like, now that YouTube is kind of like the old... You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With like the new things happening, the TikTok. And
even Instagram.
The TikTok. Oh my God.
How old are you? You have
The
kids.
blueberry. I just made that up. I don't know if that's a thing or not. But yeah, it's like, it's interesting because I'm like, wow, that was around when I was a kid. That's how I would have
Yeah, that would have been your way
done
in.
it.
And we didn't have phones like this either.
No.
So, like, I didn't have a cell phone until, and they were like not video phones.
No.
It was like a bulky, like the battery was this thick.
Yeah.
And the thing, you pull out this tiny little.
Yeah.
Bring back fun phones. Bring back fun phones. Bring back fun phones. Controversial. Sorry. Shouldn't be showing you this. How cunty is this fucking photo of me and my friend M? Love this photo. This photo was from whenever I was in Brighton. I love everything about the composition of this photo. I am not, like, if the iPhone completely rebranded tomorrow, I would jump on whatever phone that is. I don't, like, I think we're done. I think we're done with, like, the only reason that I still have an iPhone, truthfully, is AirDrop. If AirDrop was not a thing, I would not have this phone anymore. I got the iPhone 16 Pro Max. I had the iPhone 13 and it started to, like, I dropped it in water and it, like, got really fucked up. So I was like, let me get the iPhone 16 Pro Max because it's the new one. This is the worst phone I've ever had in my entire life. I'm grateful to have it. Please, if you're gonna, shut up. It's the most beautiful phone ever. I was grateful I was able to upgrade, but it is genuinely the worst phone I've ever had. It's laggier than any phone I've ever had. It freezes all the goddamn time. The camera is arguably the worst of any iPhone I've had, even though allegedly, it's the best one. And I genuinely think it's, so anyways, and then I've been thinking and I was like, oh, if I had my way and AirDrop was universal, I would get one of those goddamn fucking, whatever they're called, SZ some bullshit flip. When I was in Japan, all of the bitches had fucking Androids or Samsung or some fucking non-iPhone. But there were a lot of people that had iPhone, but a majority of people I saw had the digital flip phone, Z Flip, whatever the fuck it's called. And I'm like, wait, y'all are kind of onto something. My brother has a Android, Samsung, Google, some bullshit. And I'm like, wait, your phone is 10 times better than mine. And I think the fact that, like, iPhone has stayed this exact same fucking thing for so many years is so boring. Give us a flip phone. Reinvent. Give us something. Like, the fact they're wasting so many resources on creating the same goddamn fucking phone every year is crazy. And again, I love there's like other Apple things I love. I love my MacBook. And the fact I have a MacBook means that I want to have the iPhone so I can AirDrop, because I use AirDrop, so goddamn much. But anyways, I've been thinking. Alan R. Hi, Adam. There's so many great queer spaces in Seattle. Babe, I didn't think there was anything in Seattle whenever I went. Please consider coming here after your San Francisco. I'm not considering. I've reached out to the venue. The same venue as last time, by the way, the Rainer Arts Theater. Damn, those bitches are fun as hell. I've reached out to them, and we're trying to lock in the 10th of July. They have an event on the 10th of July, but they were like, it might not be being booked. So they were like, if that person doesn't do it, then you can have the 10th of July, which would be the day before the New York show. And then I'm hoping to get an LA show for the 12th of July and do like Seattle on the 10th, New York on the 11th, LA on the 12th. It's just hard to book things on your own. So that's why. Anyways, I've been thinking, bring back the BlackBerry. Bring back the BlackBerry. Bring it back. If they brought back a modern BlackBerry, same design, I'm buying it. Fuck AirDrop. Give me the BlackBerry. Give me it. Give me the BlackBerry. Do you know how perfect of a... We should never have advanced past the BlackBerry. The most beautiful phone. The most satisfying phone. Compact. Perfect. I could get emotional. Is this a recession indicator? The BlackBerry was the it phone. BlackBerry phone. Everyone had it. And I'm talking this. I'm talking this. And I'm being serious. I think this is better than this. We should not have advanced past this. I loved the crunchiness of the music when you would play it, like from the phone. It sounded terribly. I loved it. It gave an element to music that was like bass, all the rest. Reverb, phone shaking a little bit. I feel like I'm at the club. BBM, BlackBerry messaging, fuck iMessage. Oh my God. The fact that BBM, you could just like share a code with someone. Oh, now we're texting. It's that easy. Phone calls, crunchy as hell, but it's great. I don't feel like you're too close to me. I love it. When you would... I love the noise. Love the noise. The ringtones, simple. I miss this damn phone. We really don't know what we have until it's gone. I get the vision, I just don't agree. You just didn't experience it. You didn't experience it. You just don't experience how good we had it. And I'm being serious. And I don't want this if they come back. Actually, I'd be okay with that. I just think this was perfect. Oh my God, you just reminded me. You know what I need to order? My term manager's gonna be so pissed. I was like, how fucking funny would it be? So my... Gee, this is why I couldn't do the Michaela thing tonight, because I can't do a serious topic tonight. Too giggly. I love my tour manager, Mark, so much. They are the greatest in the entire world. Mark does the most for me, and I love them for it. But we, like, text, right? We, like, they'll text me and be like, do you need anything? And I'll be like, could I have this? Or no, I'm fine. Or I'll be like, Mark, how long until the show starts? Or something like that. Because I'm always in the dressing room. Mark doesn't let me leave backstage because whenever, I'm like, what the fuck's going on out there? Whenever I leave the dressing room, like, it's Mark's responsibility if something happens to me or something. So, like, I'm locked away in the dungeon. The princess is locked in the dungeon. And I will be locked in the dungeon of Nashville on Tuesday. But I'll text Mark and be like, hello, like, are we starting in 5 minutes? Or, like, what's going on? I'm going to get us walkie-talkies. I'm going to get walkie-talkies. Can you fucking... I just think there's something so funny. And I know that Mark will go along with it. I just think there's something so fucking funny about, like, Mark walking around the venue. And you, like, you'll be sitting down in your seat and all you hear is me be like, Mark! Mark! I need to order that. Or I need to put it in my thing because I want to go to Walmart in New Jersey. I want to go to New Jersey Walmart tomorrow. I'm looking for something fun today. I love going to New Jersey to go to their Walmart. I'm not even kidding. I love it. Is there a fight happening? I feel like Peter Mon whenever he's, like, sitting out with, like, his neighbors. Okay. Buy walkie-talkie. I just think it's so funny. And I'll be like, Mark, when's show start? Over. Get walkie-talkie. What do you mean talkie is not a word? So, anyways. Yeah. Oh, who is you? Who knows that video? Who knows this? Name that chin. Oh, who is you? Oh, who is you? I am your grandmother. Sit back, acting like you're gonna do something. Oh, who is you? I am your grandmother. Oh, sit back. Lean back, acting like you're gonna do something. Oh, who is you? I am your grandmother. Oh, who is you? Who is you? I am your grandmother. Oh, goodness. Oh, it's so funny. It's so funny. Oh, who is you? Love. God, so funny. Jesus. Are we gonna watch the video? I'd be asking the same question. Lean back. Oh, who is you? I am your grandmother.
Yeah, totally different.
Yeah, I heard a Nokia, like one of those old ringtones recently on, like, somebody who's younger. And I was like, what is that? And they're like, oh, I know. Like, it's funny because it's so old. I was like,
Oh, wow.
Sorry. Oh, who is you? I am your grandmother.
but yeah, so I'd always been making videos, but that was my answer.
Yeah. So, like, 15 years or so. When did you get canceled? What year was that?
Which time?
I know. One I was part of. Which one I wasn't part of.
Time. No, I got, you know what's interesting? Like, I've never talked about this. Like, it's weird to talk about because I'm not someone who's, like, bitter about being canceled.
I wouldn't say I'm bitter about it either. That's not the experience.
Wait. Oh my God, is Katie Morton gonna tell us about being Was Katie Morton ever cancelled? Girl, you were called out for your unethical little ways. Wait, is she literally asked Shane about his cancellation and then went, well, in my experience. Oh, who is you? Oh, who is you? I am Katie Morton. Lean back. Goodness. Oh, who is you? I am Katie Morton. Wait, someone just tagged me in a nail picture. Oh, who is you? I am Moonchild ZZ's nails for the Chronically Online tour. Oh, who is you? Look. This individual, Moonchild ZZ, can we get some hi to Moonchild ZZ in the chat? They just messaged me and said, told at Oh, they added the nail person. Oh, who is you? I am at He Crave Stro, my nail place. I wanted nails for the Chronically Online Philly show, and she did not disappoint. Look at these. Oh, who is you? I am Moonchild ZZ's nails for the Chronically Online. Look at those. Look at the pink mic. Love. These are cute as hell. Cute as hell. By the way, I hope this lets you guys know that I have notifications on for every single social media. So I get notified whenever anyone comments anything on any of my social medias, which is why I'm able to show you that whenever I only got it messaged from this individual less than 10 seconds ago. Wow, that's really cute. I need to remember. Wait, can you like show me them at the show? I feel like it would be really embarrassing if I went, can I see your nails? I just feel like that would be embarrassing. Girl, that's bad for your brain. What is? Lean back. Acting like you gonna do something. I have no idea what you're talking about. Anyways.
Experience.
Right, because you kind of have to like take it as kind of the same way that me getting fired.
Oh, sorry. So yeah, Katie Morton being like, well, my experience of being canceled. Hope we get to hear about that.
And how all that went down and it affected other people. Because me getting canceled always affected the people around me. Like the most recent big one like affected my husband, my the closest people to me, and that was at such a different level because like I'd been through with the Jenny Craig thing. This was at such a different level where like it really did feel like there was no way out of it or there's no
It was
light.
different. It was a whole different level.
It very much felt like people wanted me dead kind of thing. And
which is scary and terrible.
but once again, I'm weirdly, and I think it's because I was really deep. I'm still do therapy every week, but I was super deep into therapy at that moment. I started therapy, honestly, a month or two
I was like, not before. Yeah, not that much long
right
before.
when COVID started. And I was like, you know what? I need to do therapy.
I'm proud of you.
Is she his therapist? Wait, is she his therapist? I'm being serious. I am not gay. I am not fat. I am not stupid. I am divine.
Yeah, I was definitely going down a dark road of not just workaholic, but also like
Oh,
body
she's
stuff
not.
and
She's
like
not.
it was dark. And so I started therapy, and then I remember I was trying to explain to her like what I do and whatever, and then I got canceled, and having her was like such a godsend, such a universe orchestrated. Because if I didn't have that, because it was already almost game over, but like knowing, So, but anyways, throughout that, it kind of was like, okay, this was supposed to happen. Obviously, I still take accountability for all the shitty jokes I made and all the terrible videos and all of that. I've never been someone that's like, like, you guys are overreacting. I think some people who want to be dead were
Well, like I
overreacting.
said, there was some overreaction.
Definitely was some of that. I think it was also just the time period. It was such an intense COVID. But I think everything happens for a reason. So for me, I was like, okay, this was a life-altering event. What am I learning from this?
Well, I mean, that's not entirely true. That's not entirely true. Yeah, you can argue, because I've been thinking about this. This is so weird. I talked about this at dinner tonight. I met up with one of my internet BFFs from way back when, and we were out with her friends, and we were talking about Saddle Ranch and like the era of YouTubers, being canceled, specifically during COVID times, and we were talking about, were cancellations in COVID more extreme or more, whatever. And I think everyone being home definitely allowed more people to kind of jump on things rather than when people have jobs or like there's like we had nothing to do, right? So it makes sense that little things turned into scandals when they probably didn't warrant it because a lot of people were bored. But it meant that the things that would have been big scandals anyway turned into even bigger scandals because more people were able to see them. And then I was thinking, and the name Shane Dawson came up, which is why I was like, oh my God, I want to watch this tonight. And we were talking about like Shane and Jeffrey being like really canceled in 2020. And we were like, was this because we were in COVID times? And we were all debating it on the table. And I was like, well, no, it has nothing to do with COVID times, in my opinion. If anything, it has to do with the fact that around the time of the Black Lives Matter movement starting, we really started to look to creators that were being outspoken in just any way about the political climate and what was going on in the country and in the world. And in the process of looking for creators for, like, are they going to speak up? Are they going to share links? Are they going to, go to protests? Are they going to whatever? It was like a lot of paths of YouTubers that weren't speaking out were resurfacing. And this is what people don't remember. But me, being chronically online, at that time specifically, knew this all. And so that's when YouTubers past, specifically really racist ones, were starting to really come out. That's what it started from. So I don't think that Shane's cancellation was as big as what it was because of COVID times. I think it was because we were finally at a stage in the world where I think unanimously a majority of people agreed that people should face repercussions in whatever way that is, like career-wise, or like suspended from platforms or unmonetized for a couple months or whatever it is, demanding the levels of extreme based on racist paths. So that was my take on it. So I don't think it really had anything to do with COVID. Yeah, there were more people talking about stuff, but I think we were finally at a stage where YouTubers have been canceled for their racist pasts in the past, but I think this was like a turning point in people being like, unanimously being like, yeah, we're done. We're done. We're done. Like, we have time to watch all this because we're all stuck at home. You know what I mean?
It made me focus on, I didn't look at my phone for months, like almost a year. I had to not look at any social media app because anytime I opened one, it was me and somebody
chaos.
being mean, or it was like panic attacks every day. I mean, imagine this is the craziest feeling. So, okay, when I did start finally watching YouTube again, because I couldn't,
Well, everybody, that's what bothers me. Just short side note, I get it because I felt the smallest amount of cancellation with the Jake Paul series,
Right.
and
Girl. Shane's like, I wanted to die. And Katie's like, well, when I was canceled because of the Jake Paul. Girl, whatever. Lean back. Oh, who's you?
I think the thing that bothers me the most about any of this isn't the fact that people don't like it or they don't agree with things. That's fine, and I'd own up. Okay, maybe I should have said it this way, or maybe I shouldn't have read from the DSM or whatever people's complaints were. But it's the people who hop onto this to make money off of the fact that all they do is shit talk someone.
Ooh, she gagged us.
And I'm like, that's the part that bothers me. If there's a learning, I'm like, I own up. Okay, if I just
I love when YouTubers, because she's talking about drama channels here. Ooh, she got her ass. Oh, who is you? Anyways, this is my favorite thing about YouTubers who get canceled. They will be more angry at people that cover the cancellation than the fact that they are canceled, if that makes sense. They're more angry at people spreading the news and talking about it and because a lot of these YouTubers, when they get canceled, will turn off comments, limit comments, all the rest, right? Whereas drama channels, commentary channels, Reddit pages, whatever, allow other forums that the creator has no control in limiting the conversation happening. So I love when people will get canceled and their main problem with being canceled is people talking about it. Oh, who is you? I am Katie Morton. oh.
something wrong, it's fine. I apologize. But when people want to pretend to know me when they don't, or know you, that's what bothers me.
yes.
But that's what the whole social media, it spins out of control, and then you can't open your phone, and yeah, I hate that.
And I think everything, you learn from everything, and everything does affect
Jump cut.
you in a way. And I think people who maybe make a living doing that, or were talking badly about me or whatever, even if they think I deserved it, I always know that person will learn something from that at some point. Everything really is. Even for me,
Holy shit, I feel like I'm in a therapy session with Shane Dawson. He's speaking directly towards me, the drama channel, right now. Tell me, Shane. What am I gonna learn?
regret, obviously I regret so many of my old videos, but I regret more like making fun of celebrities.
Oh.
Like that is really high up there for me. Like I remember
Luckily, we don't talk about celebrities. We talk about Shane Dawson and Katie Morton. We're off the hook.
when I first started YouTube, I was doing a lot because I love Mad TV. I was like,
I love Mad TV also.
oh my God. I literally during COVID, I got a cameo from the, this is so, okay, this is how dark it got. So I'm, debating whether I want to, anyways. It got dark.
It was dark.
And then I pulled it and I heard about cameo. People were talking about cameo all the time. I got a cameo from, and as like I didn't say who I was, like I wasn't like, I'm a YouTuber. I literally like got cameos under like my middle name kind of thing. Just telling me it's gonna be okay. This is so sad. This is so dark. Why am I saying this?
We were
This is
reaching
dark.
out.
Hey, it's Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray. Just letting you know, Shane, it's gonna be okay.
You're being resourceful.
I mean, I got some iconic ones. I got.
I hope you still save them and everything.
They're probably on my phone somewhere. I got some from my mom. Like I got Lindsay Lohan. I know it was expensive.
I was just gonna
I got
say.
that one from my mom. She was having a hard time during COVID, so I got a Lilo for my mom. But anyways, yeah, everybody learned something
Oh
from
my
it. and,
god, I wanted a Lindsay Lohan cameo so bad, but I'm pretty sure they were either 1,000 or like 500. Actually, I may be exaggerating with this number, but it was either $500 or $1,000 for a Lisa Vanderpump cameo for my mom. But as shocking as that sounds, the only reason I got it, because I'm such an amazing person, of course, there's been no one more charitable than me, the most charitable person in the entire world. All the money, she was doing cameos for like 1 hour, and anyone who paid, I think like either all of it or most of it went to her animal shelter or an animal shelter. Can't remember which one it was. And I was like, okay, my mom will love this, and I'm doing something good. They've never seen a more charitable person. They say, Adam McIntyre, we can't take it no more. We can't take the charitable no more. You are too charitable.
Yeah, making fun of celebrities to me, my karma, I believe in karma a lot, and I think
Same.
getting canceled was karma for so many different things, but I think it also was just like really treating celebrities, not that I'm a celebrity, but treating Miley Cyrus or Lady Gaga or any of these people that I would like put on a wig and make fun of them, but I love them. And that's the thing, I'm like, I never hated any of these people. I was obsessed with them and I love them, and I was like, it's like Mad TV, I'm like making fun of them, and I would turn them into a character of themselves. Like I would do, Paris Hilton, like that's hot. Like I love Paris Hilton, but I was like, I loved her so much I created a character to become her, but then it took on a life of its own, and then I'm saying all these horrible things, and then people are like, you know what I mean? And so I feel like having it all happen to me, I was like, oh,
There are people too. Maybe I shouldn't do that.
yeah, and now it's like I have dreams where I'm like apologizing to Miley Cyrus in my dreams. I mean, like I've had like 10 of these dreams, and I pray about it. I'm like, I really hope I run into her at some point, and she, she'll tase me and leave. But
You have to leave your house first.
Yeah, first, gotta leave that. But like, I would love to just apologize to her and be like, I'm so sorry. Like, and I think that is that would be a nice.
There is someone in the chat having a hike. Attention seeker. Attention seeker. Oh, who is you? Attention seeker.
Part of like my healing journey.
Oh, yeah.
Just being able to like not on a computer and not in a video and not whatever, like actually in real life. Like the other day we were at the grocery store and there was somebody who, one of the things I got canceled for involved them. Like it was like me making fun of them or something. Oh. And I heard the clerk being like, they're here. And I was just like, so then I like creepily was like looking around the store, like trying to find, like, because I would just like to go up to them and like, I'm so sorry, you don't know who I am, you probably didn't even see it, but like,
The way I don't even know who he could be talking about there, someone he made fun of. I'm like, oh.
joke. Maybe like Amanda Bynes, like back when she was going through it, I like did a parody and I like made a joke. I don't think it was that mean, but it was still like, I don't know.
Yeah.
You just rethink about everything and be like, oh wow, like I was not adding positive to people who needed it probably more than ever.
Yeah, I mean, it put things in perspective, right? Because I think sometimes we're not in the middle of something, we can't imagine what it's like to be that other person. And I think in general, I mean, you are a celebrity to some people, right? Like we have to consider.
Not the tortured hikers department.
When we put things out online, people can see us and think that. I would never think that of myself either. But to other people, it can see in that way, right? They've been watching us for years or something like that. But we often think of people that we see like on TV or on red.
I love her shade of blonde. I like it. Is she a natural blonde? I assume she's a natural blonde, yeah. Because I was going to say, I was going to go blonde, but I saw a lot of people who are blonde in my life and their hair is very orange. And I remembered how easy it is for your hair to go like that. Because I was going to say her hair is a nice tone, but I assume this is genuinely natural blonde, right? I love it. I miss my blonde days, but I'm loving the red.
Carpets or on YouTube or online, that they're somehow like totally different. It's not like we dehumanize them, but maybe we kind of do, like things that people be canceled for. Like I love Sex and the City. People are like, oh, that would not happen now. Like they couldn't say that joke. They couldn't say Ricky Martinville is on the, what did they say? It was like, he's bisexual. And she's like, isn't that just a layover to Gay Town? Canceled,
I'm offended.
But people make jokes about things that at the time were like, oh, that was funny. But then later it doesn't age well. And so those didn't age well.
It is interesting that, like, at the peak of it, when I was, like, staying off the internet, I just started watching movies because I was like, well, that's safe. It's like movies. And that was hard because all my favorite movies are from a certain time period, right? Like 2000 to 2005. And I'm watching all these movies, and these movies I grew up watching on a loop. And they all are, like, so offensive and involve a lot of things I did. And, like, and I'm watching them, and I'm like, there was that gut reaction to be like, see, this is why I did what I did. See, this is what I grew up on. See. I just don't like when you're, like, trying to blame things for shit you did, and it's like, and I did that a lot in my career, and I think just getting older and going through something like that, I was like, no, and I really started getting into, the universe stuff. I'm like, if I don't accept that I had a big hand in this, then I'm never gonna grow or change, and always gonna be, like, whenever I see somebody getting canceled, I get a pit in my stomach. And my first gut instinct is, like, to reach out to them and be like, are you okay, whatever. And then my therapist, I was talking to her about it, and she was like, and I was like, I haven't been reaching out to them, though, because people need to go on their own journey or whatever, but also, like, there are some people who get canceled and they go the opposite way, where they're like, fuck this.
They get really bitter.
Which, not to judge that at all, because, but for me, it's so scary because, like, I don't want to go down that road, because if I go down that road, I don't know where I'm going to go.
I don't know where that leads.
Because it is hard. Like, there is, like, when I look back at, like, oh, all these people liked me and now they hate me. But like you said, I think a lot of people didn't think of me as a person anyways. It was more like when I would go to the mall or something, I'd have a lot of people coming up for pictures and stuff. But you could tell who was actually watched me and who just knew me because my face is on YouTube. Or like, oh, you were with Jake Paul or this or that. Or I know you because you're problematic. Or, so it's like an interesting, like, oh, I was never a real person to a lot of these people. And if they hate me, that shouldn't affect me, because it's like the way that you watch Love is Blind and you're like, oh my God, I hate that guy. It's like, what if I met that guy and I knew him? I would probably be like, oh, he's a real person. It's like, that's another thing. Like, I used to hate watch a lot.
We all do.
And now,
Okay. A lot to think about. First of all, I think the concept of, like, well, these people don't know me, so if they hate me, why does it matter anyway? I don't really know if that, like, again, I'm not trying to, like, rehash Shane's past here, because I'm trying to, like, focus on this podcast at hand. But it is quite crazy to say that, considering what he has done. Again, I'm not rehashing anything here, but, like, you know what I mean?
oh, that gets hard too, because I'm like, I don't know, I'm just like, just that energy of, like...
Well, then you're wallowing in negativity, kind of. It doesn't actually, like, take you anywhere you want to go,
Yeah.
And I agree with you. I believe everything happens for a reason. I'm not super religious, but I'm definitely spiritual, and I believe that, like, the universe has my back, and it's, like, looking out for me. But it is, it's interesting to not even be part of the cancellation, the big cancellation, but to watch you go through it, because I became, like, weirdly protective. Not that I could do anything, but the dehumanization bothered me. The thing that I told myself when we were going through the Jake Paul, the little cancellation.
That night.
Oh,
Remember that?
I mean, it's funny that we have that video that we filmed that will never see the light of day.
Again, the way that they are, like, here's the thing. The Shane Dawson cancellation, let's put that aside for 1 second. The fact that they're trying to bring up the cancellation, which was just backlash, by the way, of their Jake Paul series, I don't care about Jake Paul. But the way that they portrayed him without his consent was crazy. And again, I hate that man. But, like, you exploited someone, filmed them without their knowledge, and did all this experimental mental shit on them. And you got backlash for being an unethical fucking therapist. So, I would rather we hear about Shane talking about his cancellation, because I'm like, Katie, what the fuck? Girl, I don't mean to take anything away from you, you know what I mean? Oh, who is you? Like, I don't mean to take anything away from you, but, like, I kind of am. The backlash you've gotten, in my opinion, has been very fair. Like, I don't think there's any debating it. In my opinion. And, like, Katie, the exploitation you did of Eugenia Cooney. I have not seen anything from Eugenia Cooney in a long time. How is she doing? Hold on.
Hi guys! So today I wanted to show you this beautiful little fragrance set that I got from Fur. Hey guys! Sorry that I look like such a mess right now.
Is she holding a fucking Jeffree Star mirror?
Sorry that
She's holding a Jeffree Star mirror.
I look like such a mess right now. Kind of just out in the car. Look at the crazy difference between this eye and this eye. Hey guys, so I just wanted to make a really quick video and let you guys know that I'm gonna be doing a... Okay, wait, you guys.
Wait, her engagement is crazy right now. Like, crazy bad.
Hey guys, so, okay,
She's getting like 400 likes.
Oh my gosh, this glitter is... So I have here... Hey guys.
Wait, her engagement is terrible right now. Is this her dad? Wait, this can't be her actual account.
I wanted to show you this...
Is this her actual account? I struggle to believe it. Anyways, Katie Morton, what you did in exploiting Eugenia Cooney should be enough that every backlash that you have gotten is warranted. Is warranted. Add the Jake Paul thing. Like, you have people defending Jake Paul. Someone just commented, I don't know if it was in relation, but I saw on yesterday's stream, someone was like, oh my God, Adam, can you talk about Gabby Hannah being engaged? And I was like, oh, it must be public knowledge. At my Dallas show during the VIP Q&A at the start, someone was like, can I have the mic? And I was like, sure, hey. Gave them the mic and they're like, Gabby Hannah, or wait, did I give them the mic or did they just, whatever. They were like, Gabby Hannah got engaged. I'm one of the only people still left on their Patreon. Just wanted to give you that exclusive. And it just happened. And then people were like, oh my God, Gabby Hannah's engaged. They were like tweeting me like yesterday and the day before. And I was like, I knew this for a month because of the muckers who came to the Dallas show, were subscribed to her Patreon. So congratulations, Gabby. I didn't even know she was dating someone new. Congratulations, Gabby. Congratulations.
Of us being like, remember when we wrapped it up? We're like, that was actually really feel good. But then people like hated me. So we're like, oh, we can't put that out because it's us being like, I think that went well.
Oh.
It's up in the bedroom in your old
Oh
house.
my
like,
God. We filmed it before the series came out, I think.
yes. It was like our wrap up. We randomly released it.
Oh
The
my
video
God.
that never was.
So I'm sitting, we evacuated my house because we had a rat infestation. Right?
Yes, because that crack in the water. Oh my God.
We just finished the Jake Paul series, which was like, I love that series. I have regrets about it. I hate the word regret. I know I said it a lot. I don't have regrets. I think it happened first. But I do have things I would never do now. Like,
The same. There's different ways I would have handled it. And
I wouldn't have.
Okay, here's the thing. You can have regrets, not have regrets. I really do think that you should have regrets about a couple of the things he's done. Professionally in the documentary space. Documentary. Using it loosely. They should regret the Eugenia Cooney doc they did. They did not save Eugenia Cooney. In my opinion, they set Eugenia Cooney 1 million times back. That should be a regret. If you have any fucking human decency to exploit, regardless of what your opinion of Eugenia Cooney is, to exploit anyone in a state like that for views, money, and selling this recovery story. Girl, fuck you. Shane, I'm talking to you. Jake Paul series. So much disinformation. I just learned that you should be saying disinformation instead of misinformation. Disinformation, intentional, about mental health. Tell me why I had fucking boys in my class coming in and being like, oh my God, I'm a psychopath. And the teacher's like, what the fuck is going on? And Shane's like, if you lift your right arm, you're a sociopath or a psychopath or like all these fucking just, oh my God. And you're a therapist, allegedly. They did a Jake Paul series in which they exploit Jake Paul, and I don't like Jake Paul, and then they exploit his like ex-friends and ex-girlfriends and oh, I have no regrets. You should have regrets. I'm not even talking about the racism or I'm not like, we're not diving into that. But what I am diving into is you should fundamentally have regrets about things you both have done together. I would argue that some of Shane's worst moments online have been with you, Katie. So it's not a case of we have no regrets. You should have regrets. Please.
Of like came so hard for people who I truly don't even know.
Yeah.
But like because I wanted to support him and I don't even think he was trying to comfort people. It just became very like toxic and intense. Like we want tea. But I still, and I don't know, I don't know if he hates me or likes me. I don't really know. But
I've seen him a couple times. He was friendly, super nice.
He's so sweet.
Yeah,
Like,
so
during
sweet.
the whole experience, so nice. And And yeah, so we're doing that series, but it really took everything out of me. I was like pissing blood, literally.
no.
I got like all these infections because I was editing so much. Like,
You were overworking yourself. You weren't taking care of yourself. That's for
no.
sure.
So we were in this my office apartment. Like there's like no lights in there. It's like really dark. I'm pissing blood, and then I get a call, and then
I don't mean to laugh. I'm just like, oh my God.
I'm getting voice memos from everybody in Jake's life. Like, you need to expose this. Or, like, he fucked me over. Like, I'm getting DMs from Logan being like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, it was so intense, right? And then you call me and you're just like, I'm getting canceled because of the series. And I was like, come over. So then you come over at night and like, it's like dark and scary. Like, like you're just like so shook. And I'm just like, sit down. And I'm like, okay, so this is how it's going to happen. Like, this is what getting canceled feels like. It was such a crazy, we should film that. It was
We should
nuts.
film that. That would be the real video.
But yeah, I'm so proud of how you handled it too, because I mean, it was coming.
Again, they're being so fucking annoying. The way they're like talking about this like experience of them figuring out they were canceled together is like, oh, we should have filmed that, posted that, whatever like that. I'm like, at least pretend that you fucking care. Jesus Christ.
Coming at us in so many different ways, because people were mad that we were using the, now I'm starting to remember. People were mad that we were using the word psychopath, sociopath.
Or sociopath.
They were mad about
Oh my God, wait. Demi, and ironically, someone called Katie, just got tickets to the New York show. Oh wait, again, y'all, we are like halfway through the video. So we're only doing a discount code for my one night only New York show, July 11th. It's only on during this. It's 30% off if you use code EMPATH. I think you can get tickets for like $15. We're getting really close to selling it out, which is really exciting. And I think once I sell it out, if we can get there by the time the show happens, then with enough time, I want to announce a Seattle and LA one. So yeah, if you are in New York, I promise you it'll be so much fun. Come meet me, come meet the muckers, come hang out. I'm booking this show independently. I have tickets cheap as hell. And if you go to the link that is pinned and use code EMPATH only for this stream, you can get 30% off tickets. And I think you get tickets for like $15.
about that. It was like people were
Babes, how are you making money? Well, the venue was $3,500 to book. So we've already made that in ticket sales. So the venue fee... Hello? So the venue fee has already been paid off. So anything past that point is just like profit. I don't really care about making profit because I just care about like hanging out with the muckers. I know you're supposed to be like, tickets on sale, $1 million. But honestly, we've already paid the venue off, so let's just have fun. We've paid for security, we've paid everything off. Let's just have fun.
mad that you were there.
And I promise you it'll be really fun. So if you are in New York, please come.
But you were also, I don't know.
Creator. Or they like that I read from the DSM. They like that I called it icky. I got a lot of that.
Okay, first of all, but icky merch? I'm just
Why didn't we think about that?
No, but
What, when she called mental health disorders icky? Girl, you're so right. You should not have been canceled.
But yeah, it's so funny though, like looking back on that, like, but once again, for you, that was such a big cancellation. And is it lingered? Like, is it something that you still once in a while will see? Because to me, that was like the least of my cancellation.
Well, yes, because people created like hate videos about me and like all sorts of shit like that. Which the thing is, I think, first of all, I'm grateful for two things. Well, actually three. I'm grateful that I didn't go through it alone. That it wasn't something, and we walked into it accidentally. Which
Right.
We walked into it accidentally. Excuse me. Katie. Girl. Someone said, is that code for the other shows as well? Code Divine, 25% off all tickets. Nashville on Tuesday, Philadelphia on Wednesday. I actually don't know if that's true, whatever days. These are all next week, and then these ones are the week after that. Nashville, Philly, Washington, Boston, Minneapolis, Detroit, Chicago, Orlando, Houston, Atlanta, Phoenix, San Diego, San Francisco. Yes. Code Divine, 25% off all tickets. We accidentally walked into it? Girl, what the hell? What does she mean? I'm so glad I didn't go through it alone. Okay. I'm glad it was something we walked into accidentally. Okay.
I mean, it meant we weren't prepared, but it also didn't come from a malicious place. Like there was no harm intended, and I'm also grateful that
Not from a malicious place. It was coming from a place of monetary gain. How can that not be from a malicious place when you're exploiting mental health? Duh. Girl, please. Oh, who is you? I am Katie Morton.
that I was an adult. Like I didn't start YouTube when I was 16. This happened when I was 18 and I didn't know who I was. Because the third thing is that I know who I am and I know I'm not a bad person, but when people are talking trash about you all the time, it is like, it's still like a touchy spot for me. I'm like, oh, that feeling was like I didn't sleep. Like I go for walks and I could be afraid to get on my phone because people be like talking shit. And I was just like overwhelmed. And so I couldn't even look online, Sean, to check everything because I was like, I don't need.
Girl. No shade, but the things that you did on that videos that got millions of views was so damaging. And you got rightfully called out for it. And you weren't that big of an online person that people, in my opinion, were coming for anything else other than your horrible practices. Which is enough. Girl, what the hell?
I need feedback from people who don't know me, you know? But I think I'm grateful for it too, because to live in like Pollyannish land, like, oh, everybody always likes me, isn't real either. And people aren't gonna like me, and that's okay. And I know that, like, in my real life, you know? And it also showed me who real friends are, which is also unfortunate.
Well, it also, though, think about the path you and me could have went down if we didn't get backlash. That's the other thing I think about. I'm like, well, if it would have went over well and everybody was like, we love, you know, whatever, then it's like, all right, who are we going to do next? And now you become one of those like therapists that's like, without even meaning to, kind of being sketchy and doing...
Yeah, like weird reality stuff.
Yeah, and it's like, and then you're like, but everybody loves it. And then 10 years later, it's like, no, now you can't. You've been horrible.
Yeah.
It's like because when you do like, get attention and applause for things, you know, even like my high school things, like those were way more offensive than what I was doing on YouTube. And my teachers were spreading, like, you know what I mean? People were liking it. And then years later, it's like, oh... So yeah, I do think it's good that there was that. But also at the time, I don't know if we talked about this. I know we've done videos since, but at the time, I reached out to you because you were on my podcast back in the day. And at the time, I was dealing with some people in my life who really hurt me. And it's not drama, it's not YouTube related. There's just people in my life who really hurt me. I fell down this rabbit hole. I found your channel of like narcissists and things that, you know, empaths and this and that. And I started getting down this really...
Code empath. 30% off my New York City show. Anytime he says empath.
Tense hole of like, these people in my life are narcissists. They're hurting me, and they don't care. They don't have empathy, and they're, you know, sucking my energy, and this and that. And then so I got really almost unhealthily into that, where I was reading books. I read every book about sociopaths.
I remember I brought you some because you asked for more.
I was watching every 7-hour Dr. Ramani video, which queen. But I was watching it, you know, and I got so deep in that rabbit hole of like turning these people.
So how the hell did you get so deep in that rabbit hole and you still managed to fuck it up with your Jake Paul fucking series about that? Do a Knoxville tour date. Love ya, but that will not be happening. Is Knoxville where I went for Dollywood? I would love to. Are there muckers there? The whole damn stream has me giggling. I don't know why I got a notification to that.
People in my life into, you know, almost like cartoon characters of like, they have no feelings, they're, you know, horrible, they hate me, they want me to die,
This chat is wild. Stuck on thinking someone owes them accountability. LMAO. Y'all are living in la 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 land. Ugh. Bang bang, you shut me down. Bang bang. Girl, womp. We don't care.
They're bad people, they're taking advantage of me, they're fake, they're not real, like, and I got so deep into that. Then I started seeing people calling Jake Paul a sociopath. And I knew he wasn't because I had interactions with him and I just didn't see the specific signs that I thought were signs.
Yeah.
And so when I reached out to him to do a series, I think we had reached out to each other, and I was like, I have this idea, it's like about you being a sociopath and me kind of trying to figure it out. I was like, are you? And he was like, sure, whatever. He's like, I don't even know what that means. And I was like, okay, I can tell you. But so that was kind of my, like, I was so deep in that rabbit hole that was my, and this is a bad mission, but my mission for that series was to show people that.
His mission. I love the way he phrased that. My mission.
I thought were struggling like me. Hey, there's a word for this. These are the people that are hurting you. You need to get away from them. Like, don't take it personally. They don't have feelings. They don't care. Like,
Is he not seeing a problem with doing that about someone who couldn't, like, consent to what he was signing up for? Shane's like, Jake was so lovely. He agreed to do this documentary, and in the documentary, my mission was to show the audience that people like Jake are the worst fucking people of all fucking time, and they are narcissists, and they are sociopaths, and they are, like...
it was so toxic. And that's why when I asked you, like, would you want to talk about sociopaths and stuff, and then you brought stuff up I didn't even know, and like, I was coming at it from a place of like, I'm trying to help people by exposing that some people are bad, and we're just victims of it, and that's a terrible mentality anyways, because that's like such a victim mentality, which I don't want to have, but also like turning people into, once again, monsters, dehumanizing them, and like using Jake Paul as kind of like the face of it, even though we never said he was a sociopath, but it kind of like, I don't know, so now looking back at that, I'm like, oh my God, like, yeah, I could have literally just done a series about what Jake Paul's life is like, and that would have been interesting enough.
That house was very interesting.
Like, we saw the wrestling.
Yes, the wrestling
arena,
ring, and now he like
when people thought it was a joke, and now he's like making $1 bajillion wrestling.
Boxing.
I'm so stupid. I literally don't know anything.
No.
Yeah, but he had like mousetraps.
That guy jumping into the mousetraps, I was like, oh my God.
It was such a wild experience, but I don't regret the series. I'm
And
happy
the
it
Legos on the
happened.
walls.
The Legos on the walls.
So there's
How do you sell that house with the Legos on the walls?
Just seal it
That's
up.
a specific buyer.
But imagine if you found it when you were renovating. You're like, oh my God, hidden Legos.
I'll buy it.
Uh-huh.
I'm looking for it.
I definitely can't.
But yeah, that was such an interesting, like, oh, you know, and I think that is also part of my, like, karmic thing. It's like, I don't know, not to say I deserve all this bad stuff, but I do think, you know, the pendulum swings and things happen how they're supposed to happen. And I was like, oh, wow, it's dehumanizing, not just celebrities, but people in my life. Like, and that's why in therapy now, if I have somebody in my life who's hurting me or whatever, I try so hard not to villainize them and turn them into like, they're all bad.
Yeah.
They're a bad person. They hate me. They're this or that, because that's not true. And that's like,
Well, it's technically what we call splitting behavior.
Yeah.
And it is part of BPD, but other people do it. Like, it's not just a BPD.
Here she goes. Here she goes. Please, Knoxville, there's at least 3 muckers here. Girl, we should just go to like a Wendy's or something. That's not enough for a show. Oh, God. Hello, Ezra. Finally made it to your first live stream. Hi. Can we get some hi Ezras in the chat? Let's show some community spirit, y'all. Hi, Ezra. Welcome. Ooh, this is a good one. Wait. If you wanted Shane and Katie to disappear, you wouldn't stream this. You know that. You, along with every other media figure, simply rage baiting and playing off of emotions. Just own it. You'd gain respect. Oh, who is you? If you wanted Shane and Katie to disappear, you wouldn't stream this. You know that. Oh, girl, you just making shit up. Oh, who is you? I love the concept of me watching this podcast being rage baiting and playing off of emotions. Just own it. You'd gain respect. Okay, Muckers, I have a... Oh, where'd it go? Wait, Muckers, I have an announcement. Where'd it go? Muckers, I have a huge fucking announcement. Oh my God, I lost it. Oh, I fucking lost it. No, wait. Where the fuck is it? Muggers, I have a really important announcement. Where the fuck is it? Oh my God. Where is it? Damn. I was gonna make an announcement and read what they wanted me to read. That I would gain respect. Damn it. Well, whatever you said. Muckers, from their fingers to my lips to your ears. May God bless you all. Adam, please start memberships. I have a Patreon. I am not doing memberships on YouTube. You bitches do not need to be spending money to watch this shit. But if you want to join the Patreon, we have stuff over there. I feel like me doing memberships on top of all that would be incredibly evil, and I should be shot dead, actually.
Trait. But I think that's the thing is like people are never all good or all bad.
No.
Like I don't believe in that at all. And I think when we start making those sweeping judgments, you know, that's when we find ourselves dehumanizing someone.
but here's the craziest part. Okay. I was doing it with people in my real life who I thought were hurting me or using me. And listen, a lot of them were. Like, I wasn't making it up.
Oh my God, wait. I've been seeing, like, edits to this with, like, why not me? Why not me? Nobody. Wait, how's that song go? The one's like, wait, hold on. Why not me? Why? Mitski, right? Yeah. Toss your dirty shoes in. That song, right? The, like, sad crashing down part of it. I've been seeing Shane talking here, and then it's clips of, like, him and, like, Garrett, or him and, like, what's the other one called? The Ginger Bear. Andrew. And I just thought it was, like, my windows are closed. Actually, that's not true. I opened them. Are army tanks driving in the street outside of me? That is, well, I mean, wouldn't be fucking surprised. But anyways, yeah, it's this clip, and then it's him, Andrew, Garrett, the other one, Drew, and it's like the sad music, and it's him being like, yeah, people were using me, and it's like, does your dirty you know what I mean? Love it. Love it. I was like, this is so emotional. Was crying. Why not me? Oh, wait. Kendall sent me it. I have a big announcement, y'all. I am like every other media figure, simply rage baiting and playing off of emotions. Now I've gained some respect. Girl, I'm high as shit. I can't even keep my eyes open.
But with like my videos and stuff, my whole other mission was like, oh, I want to show that people aren't all bad.
Mission, his second mission, a second mission, a second mission. Goodness.
So like the series I was doing on, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
And because I love him, and I was like, I want people to see what I see. There's a gray area like nobody is, because
Do
I'm
you see what I see?
not a black and white person at all. I always see the gray area, but it's only like specific people in my personal life. And I haven't been like this for years, but there was a moment where it's like specific people in my personal life who I was just like, they're out to get me, like, and even if they were, and I found out later they were, like, I still don't like when you're shit talking someone that hurts you. And my goal is always now to be like, okay, it's not as personal as I'm making it. This is how they are. They probably don't even know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, they want attention or whatever. It's like, I can't villainize people, because then and then when you villainize someone and then you never confront them.
Wait, is that about people speaking up against him? Is that a Trisha drag? Is he dragging Trisha?
You get more mad. You hate them more and more.
It honestly only affects you.
And everything they do now is personal, like everything. And you're just like, oh, they hate me so much. And it's like, wow, you should just talk to a friend or a family member. Be like, hey, this thing you did hurt me. Can we talk about it? And that will save you 5 years.
Oh, he is talking about people in his personal life. Ooh. Bum, bum, bum.
But we're also afraid to have those conversations because it could lead to conflict and like, oh, what if then they do hate me?
Yeah.
And yeah, I totally agree. One of the best pieces of advice my therapist always gives me is to like, when I want to run away or like isolate or avoid, I should lean in and give someone an opportunity to like apologize or explain or just hear me out. And I have to give her credit, shout out to Caroline, that when I do lean in and when I say like, hey.
Hi, Caroline. Can we get some hi Carolines in the chat? Hi, Caroline.
You said that and it hurt me. I've never had it backfire. I've always had to be like, oh, I didn't realize. Oh my God, I'm so sorry. Yeah. And then I'm like, what was I making? I'm like, I've been stressing for like 4 days.
Or it does, because there has been very recently in our life, and once again, I feel like I always have to put a disclaimer. It's not YouTubers, it's not that.
No drama, like, yeah.
It was like a personal life thing, and I had this person who, because I've been trying to just do what you said, like right away, right when the thing happens. I'm like, hey, so I don't know if you meant to do this, but this kind of hurt my feelings, whatever. And when it does go bad, you're like, well, thank God I did it, because I could have been close with this person for years and just kept avoiding it. Because like with this person, I was like, hey, you kind of did this thing and it hurt our feelings, whatever. And then they went off on me.
Oh, and
Oh, I was gonna say, is that Trisha? But you literally said no YouTubers. I'm like, what the fuck? Oh my God, wait, as well. Need to show you something. Need to show you something. This is going viral on fucking Twitter. No, why am I in it? It's like you can take one of two paths. I'm like, why am I in this image at all? The Ela tattoo. Goodness. I love that it's me and the pink mic, though. I wonder how many people I could name from this. I don't want to play that game. It's a risky game. This is a crazy image. Crazy image. Also, even crazier, you know when they pressed the button? And they pressed the button after, like, AB disagreed or something like that? The longer clip after the button pressed was accidentally posted on their Spotify, and it shows that Olivia spoke up as well, and they buttoned both of them, and that's when both of them left. Watch this. It's even worse than you could have thought.
Gaza, again, I'm not... Do you think that I'm talking about walking around Gaza? When I say how great multicultural it is?
We
did
never
you think that?
how Israel attacked Gaza since October 7th, not even once. We never,
I think that's
co-signed what they did.
Is that not the point he's making, though?
What?
That you're talking about how nice Israel is, but
Israel proper is different from Gaza.
Yeah, no, I understand.
Millions
right now, say
Muslims in Israel.
I guess that's where the...
Oh. 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 That is one of the worst fucking things I've ever seen. Ooh. Ooh, that is crazy. Both of them, Olivia and AB, that's fucking crazy. It's fucking crazy. Christ. Jesus Christ.
Everything. You're like,
and I was
okay.
like, oh, okay, this is not the greatest energy. You have some stuff to work on. I think we shouldn't do this anymore together. Like, so and
Jesse, thank you.
when that happens, or if you get a text from somebody and you get a pit in your stomach,
Oh, that's an indicator. Your body's telling you, like,
your
this
body's
isn't
telling
good.
you should probably get out of this. Like,
Yeah.
you should probably, so it's like, okay, or if you like, we had this one person who, I was like trying to be so nice about it. And I was like, I want to be really nice about it and just tell them, hey, this isn't working out. And so, I sent it and I was like, worst case scenario, they say, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah, fuck
right?
you, blah, blah, blah.
And then we get the text and it's the worst case scenario. And I was like, all right, good to know. But also the fact that I knew exactly what the worst case scenario
Yeah,
was,
means that you already kind of
means you
knew.
already knew.
Yeah.
You already knew. So trust your gut.
Yeah, what you can learn when you stop avoiding tough things and you start leaning in life and in work. It's like, and I feel like in different times too, we have different perspectives of things. And through cancellations, through shit talking online, like we both have grown.
Honestly, yeah.
Because you were really overworking yourself. Like I remember thinking that, but you can't make somebody change. And also you were killing it. Things were going really well. And I was happy for you.
Killing it, I guess, but also so miserable. Like so.
And I didn't know the depth of that either.
I was fulfilled creatively and proud of what I was making more than ever. But I also wasn't spending time with Rylan. What I would do is I'd be editing, always editing something. And then I'd be like, oh, I can take a 20-minute dinner break. So we'd eat dinner together for 20 minutes and we'd be in the middle of the show. And I'm like, I gotta go back to editing. And then I'd leave him. And that was our life for years, a couple years. And then I think, I've already talked about this, but the big aha moment, I guess, was it was the night before the conspiracy palette came out. And Rylan loves holidays, loves them, decorates for every holiday, loves it. And it was Halloween night. I didn't know. I wasn't registering. I was just thinking about the palette. And I was just like, what should we do? Should we I was editing. I was like, should we do something? Whatever at the palette. And then I was like, I gotta edit. And then he was just like, it's Halloween. And I looked around and I saw all the little things. I didn't even notice, the candles, the little pumpkin here and little pumpkin there, the things that he had been getting from Home Goods,
And he switches everything.
you know what I mean? And he probably did show me, but I wasn't paying attention because I was thinking about the edit. And I just started bawling. And he was like, it's okay, you're working. I get it. I was just a mess. I was like, I hate myself. I hate this. I don't want to do this anymore. I'm quitting YouTube. It was such a dramatic night. I was like, I'm done. I don't care anymore because I was so overworked and tired from the whole conspiracy series, which I love. I was so proud of it. But people think, oh, it's just a cash grab. Whatever. I don't want to get into that. But it was a year of my life.
Yeah.
A year of not sleeping. A year of editing. We had.
I have no comment on the conspiracy palette being a cash grab. No comment.
Hundreds of hours of footage. I mean, we filmed
the amount of drives.
Everything. It was we were just up all night editing. And at that point, and then the palette comes out and it's a success. But even that day was borderline horrible because the website broke.
Yeah,
and then there was drama with that. But then it was such a high because then we go to the meet and greet and it's so much love. And it was such a, and then right after that, I remember Jeffrey was just like, what are you going to do? What are you going to do after this? And I was like, I don't know. I don't know. What do we do? I don't know. And then it was a few months later where, I got canceled and it was almost and I was planning another series with someone else. And I knew it was going to take up my life and it was going to be one of those. And then I got canceled and I was just the universe really was hey, if you're not going to take a break,
I'm going to force you to take a break.
fucking force you in the worst possible way.
Yeah.
But now it's that 2021.
Hello? It's crazy how YouTubers will phrase being canceled for the worst things you can think of as it was a moment from the universe looking after me. That's crazy.
And I think I'd say it was 2021, 22 was the best years of my life so far. And it was probably the most failure of career-wise for me because I wasn't canceled, I wasn't posting, I wasn't making things, whatever. But me and Rylan got so close. We our bond was so intensified. We started working on having kids. And then everything got married. And then everything since then has been I still post and I'm doing the podcast and trying to make videos and stuff. But we at 7 p.m. when the babies would go to sleep, me and Rylan spend all the time together at night. I'm not editing, I'll wait till he goes to bed.
Are you still a night owl? I wondered.
Still a night owl. If it's yes and no, some days I have to be up, at 7 for the babies, but yeah, pretty much but no, I'll just push things. I'll be you know what? I'm supposed to post this video on Saturday, but I want to go have a day with Rylan and the boys and whatever. So I'm just going to ask the brand or whatever. Can I push it?
Wow. That's
Which
never. No, I was
my whole life.
You're a whole new Shane.
And I'm what's the worst case scenario? They're going to say no, and then I just say, okay, well then never mind, and I don't get the money, and then
life goes on.
It's not worth it anymore.
Your values have shifted. Yeah, I do notice you and Rylan are closer. Not that I didn't.
I mean, it's hard to give someone credit for their worldview shaking when they know that when they were getting canceled through all that, they knew that they were ultimately going to come back to the platform and continue making money. So, in a way, all the time off that you want, and you're still making money because people are still watching your videos. Babe, you're on a paid vacation.
I don't think I noticed back then that you weren't, but I do remember when I had you, when we did a video, this was years and years ago, and he was always mad because your sleep schedules are off and he felt like he didn't even see you. And I remember him saying that, and then even after we stopped filming, he was still on it. You were like, see, we've opened the can of worms now. And I could feel it, and I was like, oh, because I knew you worked late, and I knew, if I always worry about texting people late, I'm like, oh, Shane will be up. I just never was concerned about that. But then I was like, oh, but Rylan's not, because he gets up early.
Gets up early and also
or regular time, I should say. Early for us. We are not morning people. But people get up at 7 all the time.
I think and I don't know if any workaholics out there can relate to this feeling. I grew up kind of being like the dad almost, and then once YouTube really happened, I started kind of supporting my family, and then that kind of supporting my family and working a lot. And it kind of became a thing where it was like, oh, well, he's not coming down for Thanksgiving dinner because he's working and he needs to be working because he's
supporting us, yeah.
And so I kind of got in that headspace, which no fault of anybody, like, but I got in that headspace. And then once I got into a relationship with Rylan, the first couple years of our relationship, I was doing those like really cringy kitchen yellow background videos where I would film
those.
5 videos in a day and then somebody else would edit them.
Now, those were iconic. The yellow background, him being like, I'm gonna blend a Barbie. Love.
And I'd make thumbnails. And then I'd have like the whole rest of the week to do nothing. And I felt like a loser. And I was just like, I don't have a job. I'm such a loser. Rylan has a job. He had a 9 to 5.
Yep.
So he'd come home and we'd spend all the time together. And then a couple years into that is when TanaCon happened. And then things started happening that really cracked up my workaholic thing. So then he was almost like, who are you? Like, you were this excited, like we would hang out and go on trips and do this and do that. And now you're on your computer all the time and you're obsessed with work. This isn't not what I signed up for. But in my head, I was in that state of mind where I'm like, I have to be doing this.
Yeah, I'm supported. This is what my job is.
At that point, I had employees that I was paying, and I had family members and houses and things I'm paying for, and I'm like, well, if I don't work, I don't make money, and then all these people are fucked over because of me, and that kind of became whatever. So
it's toxic, right?
It's toxic, and then once getting canceled and like the financial stuff like stopping, and it was like, oh, now I mean, Rylan makes his own money, but it was like, oh, wow, like I could have enjoyed life so much more if I wasn't in the headspace of like, oh, I have to keep working to survive, which is crazy because like what? I don't know.
But we put
Him talking about the concept of like, oh, and like getting back into the workspace of like, you have to work to survive. It's like, I just hate a privilege bitch. I really hate a privilege bitch. Like, Luigi, you are just... Wait, what? Anyways, did he get... Wait, what happened? Luigi... Clearly, I do not know how to spell Luigi. Yeah, like, it's crazy to me that, like, when YouTubers will get canceled or something, and they'll come back with this, like, privileged attitude of, like, they learned something from it in terms of, like, him being like, I learned that, I don't just want to, like, work to survive, and all like this, and it's like, that's what everyone, unfortunately, has to go through, and it's like, the fact you got canceled and took, like, what, a year off, and you're still making thousands, multi-thousands from your content, it's like, I don't know, it's so insensitive, like...
I feel like societally in the States as a whole, we put a lot of pressure on, like, earning and, like, supporting, and if you feel like other people are counting on you, it does suck to, like, have to let people go, or to be like, I can't cover that, or that's an icky feeling. I don't like that either. I understand. And I feel like the weird thing I've realized as a business owner now, that I never realized when I worked for, like, a corporation, is that, like, what you make and what you take away from it are very different things, and it's, like, shocking how much it takes to run a business. And, when you feel like you're the one that...
I don't know. It's, like, it's just a little bit crazy to me, I'll be honest. Sorry, I'm secretly getting my Lady Gaga Coachella update. I don't know. I'm not obsessed with it.
It has to start it. That's how I feel like I have to at least be the person that if you stop, nobody else can survive either, and that's kind of shitty. It's a lot of pressure.
Yeah, that's my biggest nightmare. Having like people, I was lucky at that point. I mean, I had employees and stuff, but I was lucky at that point that I can't imagine if I was running like a company or like making a movie or doing something where there's hundreds of people, like that really, it's really scary.
Yeah, but it sounds like you turned a new leaf. I know that you seem different in a good way, and I've noticed the shift slowly over time. Like, it kind of tracks with what you're saying, and I guess we just haven't kept in that close of touch where I like know exactly what's going on. But if you could go back in time and give yourself advice, like what would that advice be, or do you think it should play out this way?
How back? What era? What
let's
year?
say like YouTube specific, so like 2009 or something.
Oh wow. I had an idea for like, me and my friend had this idea for a movie where like, maybe I should do it. I don't know. But yeah, I love thinking about going back in time. Like, I'm obsessed with time. It scares me. Like, when I fall asleep, I go back to a day in my childhood and I relive it. And then I fall asleep.
Oh, wow.
I think I'm a Cancer, so like, I don't know. So I always think about this. But it's hard because like I would want to give myself advice, but then that would change the trajectory of everything, right? And now, especially now that I have kids, it's like everything comes back to that. Because I'm like, well, if any, like butterfly effect, if anything changed, where would I be?
Yeah.
Where would my children
Would we
be?
have them? Yeah.
But if somebody told me, okay, everything's gonna be the same, you'll still meet Rylan, you'll still have the babies, like everything will be the same. I think I would tell my 2009 self specifically, no one is thinking or caring as much about your body as you are going to grow up and it's because that to me, career stuff aside, eating disorder stuff has been such a whole part of my life, still is a part of my life, still is a day-to-day thing. Like, and I wish I could fix it now. I'm better, but like I wish I could have really nipped it, at that time. Because at that time point, I was like really deep in eating stuff. And yeah, it's interesting being married to somebody who like has none of that and also doesn't understand why I have it. Like, he'll just every time I was talking about it, he's just like, "Huh? But you're not fat. Like, what are you talking about?" And I'm like, even if I lost weight in my head, it's always an issue.
It's always, and you'll always view yourself in the way that your eating disorder wants to view you, or your body dysmorphia or whatever.
And like he'll eat a burger, and I'll just be like, "Wow, if I ate a full burger, bun and everything, I would think about that for a week." And I'd be like, "Why'd I do that?"
Yeah.
Nothing wrong with not wanting to work just to survive. No, like, that's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? It's like, girl, we're in a recession. You know what I mean? It's just like a privilege that Shane Dawson saying that, like, multi-millionaire, multiple, like properties and stuff like that, just comes across as incredibly insensitive. Oh my God, Olivia just got a ticket for the show. Hello, Olivia. Oh my God, I need to sneeze. Goodness me. Wait. Hold on. Oh my God, we're getting really close to selling out the New York show. Sorry, I was looking at an update because I got a couple notifications. Okay, I think the code is still able to be used. Okay, just in case you say you weren't warned, because again, when stream ends, the code ends. So this is your chance. If you're able to come to the New York show, it's one night only, July 11th, New York City, the Torture Muckers Department. If you want tickets, they're $19, but I have 30% off just if you're watching this and you use code EMPATH. Hello. And you can get tickets for $17 to come to our thing. We did it last time in New York, and it was so much fun with all the muckers. I promise you, it's key. And again, that code is only going to be on for the duration of the stream, and we are approaching the end of this video. So if you want 30% off and get your tickets for $15, $16, $17, code EMPATH for 30% off those tickets. And if you're coming, let me know. I will get a notification, and I'll give you a little shout out. And we're getting really close to selling out that show, which is crazy. And again, if you're in LA, Seattle, I'm working on adding shows there as well. Also, Australia and Canada, I'm working on that as well. To give you the chronically tour, but
like that's something. I mean, I've gotten better, but that is something that it never goes away. I mean, I'm in therapy and stuff, but it is a constant like, okay, like, why am I doing this? So so yeah, I wish I could have figured it. I wish I could have got where I am now in 2009, because then by now I'd be even better.
Yeah, like the improvement would be even that much better.
What did they talk about in the 2 hours before this damn podcast? They opened this and they were like, we just talked for 2 hours. What do you talk about? What did you talk about before this?
For you in general, and eating disorder stuff is all consuming. And it takes a while to break those patterns. Because I like to think of it, I don't know if this gives you any hope, but I like to think of it that our brain is so adaptable and it loves patterns. It loves to know what to expect. And because you've been programming it without realizing, and not any fault of your own, I'm not saying you're programming, but it's like because we've had this way of thinking where we're like, oh my God, I ate a burger, I should feel bad about that, or I should feel some kind of way and I should judge myself. And then, oh my God, no, that's the way, this is like this, whatever, right? We've done that over and over. It's almost like we programmed our brain to do that, but we can deprogram it. You can't teach it that like, oh, I can't do this and it doesn't have to be a big deal. Because who says it has to be?
Right.
And that's really the magic, and that's when like healing, it's happening already, but don't think that it's stuck like that forever.
Yeah, I mean, I'm so grateful that when I started therapy in 2020, that was honestly one of the biggest reasons I started therapy, because me and Riley got into a fight because he was like, because I had a night where I fully let him in on where I was at,
oh, wow,
like with my eating stuff, my mental stuff, like, and he was like, you need to talk to someone. So I've gotten a lot better. I mean, and I think having kids, my biggest fear was always like, I don't want them to pick up any of my habits. And even now, like, the way we feed them and the way we want your kids, your babies to be chubby, because that's what helps their brain develop. Like, I have such a different relationship to, like, I never want my kids to see me walk by a mirror and like suck in and look, I don't want to see that. So the last few years I've been like trying to break that pattern. I'm trying not to wear all black all the time. Like,
I know, I noticed. I like it.
Even though I'm still a little insecure and have a pillow here, I am just trying to, like, I don't want them to see their dad as like this, wearing dark colors, always sucking in, like always, picking at his food and being, like, I don't want them to see that. So I need to like, so I'm almost there, I'm getting there. But, and the weird thing is, no, this sounds bad, but the weird thing is, like, the more I've tried to normalize and whatever, my health has actually gotten better. Even if I'm eating things that are bad and whatever, it's like, oh, my blood work, all these things are getting better because I'm not hyper focusing and like,
you're not stressed out all the time about it.
No. And I mean, it's gonna be a lifelong thing, but I definitely am excited and proud that I'm not where I was in 2020.
Yeah, and it's also, I mean, kids can be a good motivator for that too. Like, you don't want them to have what you had. And I hear that a lot from my audience. Like, I don't want to give this to them. And I'm like, they'll pick up on it unless you work on yourself. But you're doing great, and they're adorable.
Oh, sorry. Jennifer, Kat, do you think it's Kat Tambarge? Tom, Riley, Neve, that's very Irish. I just got notifications that you have tickets. See you in New York, bitches. July 11th. See you there.
I know, so cute.
Oh my gosh. I know. I just love them so much. And I have like, that's another weird thing. Well, whatever. Sorry. We've been
No, you're fine.
talking
I'm like, I think, is there anything else you want me to ask you or anything you'd like to talk about? Oh, I do have a fun question.
Oh.
Ooh, fun question time.
Ooh.
What's one conspiracy, since that is your shtick? Is that still your shtick? I would say it's still your shtick.
Yeah.
Is there one that you, like, keeps you up at night or one you...
I'm gagged at her. Do you still do conspiracy? Shit. Sure.
still think about, or one that you're interested
Morning,
in?
Ireland.
Also, conspiracy theories turn out to be true a lot. And I
I'm like,
still believe that the pizza at Chuck E. Cheese is not baked in one thing and then cut.
I love you, Chucky.
Deep things going on here. Deep convos happening. Jennifer, see you there.
He's changed.
Brand new mouse.
He had his moment. He learned. Did he? I don't know. But
Questionable.
yeah, I don't know. You know, conspiracy is interesting because I love talking about them. I love falling down the rabbit holes. I love all of it. But I don't know. Like, I guess I'm not like the ones that are really, really scary and really fucked up. I'll talk to you about with Jared, my brother, and like, and those will leave me feeling like, oh God. Yeah, I guess the only one that I would stay up overnight thinking about. I'm really into.
They won't let that damn Disney brick go. If you know, you know.
Fake. This isn't even really a theory, but people on the internet who are really fake. To
Oh.
a point where they're two separate people. And then I'm like fascinated by like, what is, okay, so they're doing the whole like, you know, and this isn't pointing out anybody specific, but they're doing the whole thing. And then what? So they turn the camera off and then it's like, zoop,
I know.
and then they're just what?
Ribby Frankie. Ribby Frankie, he's clocking your tea. Oh, who is you? I am Ribby Frankie.
They sitting in like a dark room.
I know,
Like,
I don't-
nothing on the wall. You know what I mean? Because they're like,
What's
not,
your life like? Yeah.
right? It's just like that shit. Because I definitely met people like that, and like over the years, there's been YouTubers who turn out to be plants, and they're actually just like getting paid by a
Yeah.
brand, and then I'll meet them, and they have an accent, they're a totally different person. I was like, oh my God, stuff like that.
Try being an influencer for a day.
That is weird and fascinating.
Industry plans, like things like that, I could really fall down rabbit holes about.
Yes, understand.
Musicians who like they make it their whole bit that they're like, I'm goth and I'm this and I'm that, and then I'll find out like, oh no, they actually were a Christian singer and they just weren't selling well, so somebody came in and gave them a revamp and this
Yeah,
and that. It's like
marketing.
Whoa, that stuff is very interesting.
It is interesting. It happens a lot, actually, which is
Still,
wild.
to now, yeah.
Yeah, fascinating. I agree. Good choice. Any type of content that you're excited to make?
I've been trying to get this movie made. For
I
like 4
wondered.
years.
I didn't know if you put it. I was like, wanted to ask, but
Oh, I mean, that whole saga, I don't want to bore you, but I mean, it got to it. We had the funding, and then the company said, actually, we want to make bobbleheads. And I was like, what? Shout out that company. That was funny. And so I left them, and they were like, yeah, you go make it somewhere else. And I'm like, okay, thanks. It's been 2 years of my life thinking we're making it together, but okay.
Wow.
So then that kind of led me down the road of trying to get funding. And so I'm at a place now where we've taken a little pause because my producing partner had some family stuff going on. And in the spring, we're going to jump back in and putting out offers to actors. It's like such a weird thing, trying to get money to get a movie made. And, you know,
yeah, I don't know the process. That's the thing. It's like it's a big to do.
I mean, we
The world is being punished with yet again another Shane Dawson movie. I still need to watch his original movie. I'm gonna watch it on the Patreon because of copyright. That'll be fun.
But that's still
Yeah.
your goal, right?
that's my goal. I want to make this movie so bad. Like, I wrote it in 2021. There was a different movie we were trying to make, and then I got this idea for this other one, and I was like, I need to make this. So we went down the whole thing of, we had a poster made, a sizzle reel, like we filmed things for it. We had a couple actors attached. Like, it really was moving. And then just getting people to put money in has been like a nightmare.
Yeah. Maybe 2025 is your year. Get the movie made.
And if it isn't, that's the other thing. If it isn't, it isn't. Like, I don't have that thing anymore where I'm like, if I don't make this movie now, I'm gonna like, I'm like, okay, like, and then it wasn't meant to be, which maybe is a bad attitude to have. Maybe I should be more like, but I'm just like, if it's not meant to be, I'll just hang out with my family more. And
Well, it's not, like
podcast.
it's not like you're not putting the effort in.
No.
So you're putting in effort, and then you're like, I'll do what I can. I think it's like a healthy balance. It's like a nice boundary between life, work life.
Yeah. Well, what's like a non-problematic way to say this?
You're fine. I don't know.
The SUD too much. But this is the first time I've actually talked about this kind of stuff, and I felt I kind of have talked about this stuff before in videos or
New Shane Dawson movie is definitely a recession indicator.
whatever. But really talking about it in a really good headspace has been interesting. Like, I don't know. I didn't know we were gonna do this. I thought
Yeah,
I
we had a
actually
lot
thought
of
we were gonna do a
videos.
relationship episode with Ryland, and we were gonna talk. So I didn't know we were gonna do this. But thank you for
Shane goes, we were going to do a relationship episode with Rylan, but we actually just had him film this.
kind of not making me do this, but doing this because like I don't know. I feel good about what I said. Maybe I'll regret it, but I feel like I think just talking about this.
Goodness. Get a load of this. Wow, that was crazy. Katie Morton, that brilliant work. Brilliant, brilliant, brilliant work, Katie Morton. You know what? Good for her. Good for her. Ask Katie anything. Ooh. How can I heal from trauma and depression? MDMA and ketamine. Do therapists lie to their clients? How can I get comfortable expressing my anger? Can an AI chat box help me in between therapy appointments? What is a favorite person in BPD? Why do I wish people could read my mind? The impact of a high-needs sibling. Finding courage to share and heal. Sorry. Wow. Wow, Jesus, clearly you can ask her about anything. Look how many goddamn videos there are. Woo! Woo! Shit! People be asking her everything. Holy fuck. What the fuck? We're still going. Oh my god, we're still going. Oh, damn it. Damn. Damn. People be asking her anything. Good for her. Good for her. I love the grind. I love the grind. Someone said, oh, she has time. I love it. I love it. How are we all feeling? That was actually surprisingly boring. I loved our tangents. The most beautiful tangents there's ever been. There's never been more beautiful tangent. I'm like, wait, I'm really enjoying going live again. Try being an influencer for a day. Well, yes. Okay. So, if I go live tomorrow, we need to do the Michaela thing. Like, we need to do the Michaela thing. Because, we're running out of time to do it. I mean, it's been up for a while, you know what I mean? Like, it's been up for a while. I'm like, damn. Wait. I'm trying to load this up again. So. Again. Before I go. Where's this? If you're in Nashville, Philly, Washington, or Boston, I am going to be there next week. Get your tickets, bitch. Use code DIVINE, you get 25% off. For the week after that, if you're in Minneapolis, Detroit, Chicago, Orlando, Houston, Atlanta, Phoenix, get your tickets, bitch. Use code DIVINE, 25% off. If you're in San Diego in June, San Francisco in July, get your ticket, bitch. If you're in New York City on July 11th, for probably 1 or 2 more minutes, if you use code EMPATH, for Shane, obviously, you will get 30% off tickets to my New York show, July 11th. And you can get tickets with the code for like $15. The code is going to be turned off in literally 1 minute. So, I'm going to love and leave you all. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you, moderators. Houston gets no love. Did I skip Houston? Oh, did I skip Houston? Sorry, we are going there too. We are going there too. All right. I'm going to try go live again tomorrow and do the Michaela thing. I know that Ethan responded again to the thing, but we did a long one on him yesterday. Give me like a day or two. Thank you to the mods again. Thank you to chat. Sending love to you all. Hope you're all doing well. I will kiki with you later. Bye, bitch. Go get your tickets. Go join the Patreon. Go do